Welcome to the MISL Game of the Week, live here on Fox Soccer Channel. The Prudential Center in downtown Newark, New Jersey is the scene as the hometown Ironmen of New Jersey host the Baltimore Blast. Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside the Prudential Center. I'm Ken Tomash. We have a great matchup for you here tonight. These two teams are meeting for the second time in a week. Just last Friday night at First Mariner Arena in Baltimore, the homestanding Blast laid a 15-2 defeat on New Jersey, so the Ironmen will be looking for revenge. This has been an interesting expansion season for the Ironmen, though. Here are some storylines that we'll be talking about tonight. In fact, New Jersey's 8-5 start is the best of any of the league's recent expansion teams. You see that they have struggled at home but been great on the road. Goran Vasic and a few of their New Jersey guys have been tough players this season so far for the New Jersey Ironmen. One of their tough players as well is their leading scorer, Daniel Antoniuk, third in the league in points. Daniel, I know a lot of people have been surprised with your play. Has the team been surprised that you've done so well?
No, I don't think so. We got a lot of ballers on this team, and we got a good coach in Omid, and we've been working hard. So here in New Jersey, we're not really surprised.
All right, Daniel, thank you very much. We're not surprised either to be working with Sal Rosamilia tonight. He's with Dennison Cabral of the Blast in a moment, but first here's Sal with more about this Baltimore team.
The Blast come in 6-6, started the season 5-0, top of the league. Last 7 games, not so good, 1-6. The stingiest mark in the league at 8.6 points per game. They've won 3 of the last 5 MISL championships, and I'm here with the all-time Baltimore Blast leading scorer, Dennison Cabral. And Dennison, tell us, it's been a tale of 2 seasons for the Blast. 5-0 to start, 1-6 in the last 7. What's been the difference?
I guess the biggest difference is that when the first couple games we really concentrated on our finishing part. We played well on the defense. We finished our chances, and we gave everything we had. And possession, it was better. And we kind of relaxed too much on that. And when we played some of the games at home, hopefully we can come up tonight and play our game and change from now on all the way up to the end of the season. We want to keep the ball, finish our chances, and play good defense.
Well, we look forward to watching you tonight, you and the Baltimore Blast, and now it's time to go back to Ken.
Well, it's going to be a real dogfight for those 6 playoff positions, and as we take a look at the standings, as we near the halfway point of the season, Milwaukee's victory in Monterey last night puts the Wave on top of the league standings by a half a game. Chicago and Detroit are right in there too, and they will be playing each other tonight. New Jersey just a game and a half back, with California, Baltimore, Philadelphia, and Monterey trying to get into the playoffs as well, and Orlando always dangerous and always tough. Well, when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups on the Major Indoor Soccer League's Game of the Week. It's the Baltimore Blast against the New Jersey Ironmen, and it's coming at you live from the Prudential Center in downtown Newark, New Jersey after this timeout. Stay with us.
Draw, please.
You wouldn't expect your bank teller to take back some of your money when you make a withdrawal. So why do you let the ATM take it when you need some cash? Open a checking account today at First Mariner Bank, and you'll never have to pay to use the ATM. For no-fee access at more than 10,000 ATMs nationwide, look for the MoneyPass logo.
It's your money. You shouldn't have to pay a fee to get it. Switch to First Mariner Bank. We built this bank for you.
This Saturday, it's a thriller from the Barclays Premier League with unparalleled talent from around the globe. It is the world's most popular league, and this season promises to be full of compelling drama. Chelsea and Man U dominated the title race last year, but this season, will anyone else come knocking? Meanwhile, 3 newly promoted clubs come face to face with destiny in the top flight. Some will fight for a chance for glory, while others battle for survival. This Saturday, Barclays Premier League on FSC.
Welcome back to New Jersey, everybody. The Blast and the Ironmen just getting set to kick off on the Major Indoor Soccer League Game of the Week, exclusively and live here on Fox Soccer Channel. I'm Ken Tomash, along with Sal Rosamilia, as we bring you tonight's action. The homestanding Ironmen looking to snap a 2-game losing streak. They had a rough weekend last weekend. We'll take a look at that story as we go along, but first the Blast kickoff. They are in white shirts with the black shorts and white socks. And New Jersey will be attacking from left to right here in the first quarter. Are in the kind of maroon tops, white shorts, and black socks. This is Daniel Antoniuk, their leading scorer. Back out to Goran Vasic. Ryan Johnson, who's just returned to the Ironman lineup, to Lazo Elavanya in the center circle, left-footed down in the corner. Looking for that big forward, but it's the wee man, Dennison Cabral, who flicks it out of there for Baltimore. Jersey with the initial attack of this game. Antonio just outside that three-point arc. Here's Ryan Johnson, the Jamaican, stripping the ball. Two good defensive plays in the first minute, Sal, by little man Dennison Cabral.
And that's part of what he'll bring you in. All good forwards have to be able to go both ways in indoor soccer to be effective. But a good sign for the Ironmen, the first 30 seconds of the game, they've held possession, and that's something they've been struggling with in their losses.
Here comes the Blast on the attack. It's a left-footed shot and a save by New Jersey's Tony Miola.
And he had a chance to see that clear. It was a good opportunity, a good shot there, but there was no traffic in front of him, so it was a little too far away to be real dangerous, and it was a nice save. Good way to start the game.
That shot off the left boot of Lucio for Baltimore. So you see Tony Miola back in his home state, enjoying life with a team that has exceeded expectations of most. There's a foul. Michael Woodland goes down. Sagu, Baltimore keeper, puts it down. This is PJ Wakefield, the Blast captain. Trigger the restart from his own yellow line. To Lazo Alavagna.
And that's something the Ironmen have talked about this week, trying to front target players, not allowing someone like Neto to get the ball in a good position and be dangerous. Good job by Alavagna. Good start so far.
Mauricio Salas, one of many Brazilians we'll see in the lineup tonight. This brand of indoor soccer is a very American game, but Brazilians seem to play it very well. There's a foul here along the near side boards, and it's going to be a free kick. A nice restart here for New Jersey, partially because in Brazil they play futsal, which has a lot of these skills, but without the walls. Here's one of those Brazilians, Salas, with a left footer.
Stokic wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, it's a rough first touch by Stokic, and Baltimore has it in their own end again. Lucio trying to clear.
Good setup, should have been a dangerous chance there for the Ironmen.
Here is Wakefield. It looks like a handball they got away with in the midfield, and it's back to Tony Miola. Just 2 minutes into the MISL Game of the Week from Newark, New Jersey. It's the Ironmen in red, the Baltimore Blast in white, and that's popped up into the New Jersey bench. Off the foot of Billy Nelson of the Blast. It'll be a kick in for the New Jersey Ironmen. Kevin Sloan sent it in. Here's Ryan Johnson. Wanted Donnie Gray to make a run, which he did. He gets an elbow in the back from Eduardo Neto. Shot held in on the other side by Baltimore.
Right in front of the referee there, too. I thought he might have called that one.
Here is Sagu, very good with the ball at his feet. Missed a couple games with an injury earlier in the year. He's back in there now. Here's Mike Lookingland, an all-rookie team player last year. We got a holding foul.
Well, that was the problem there. Johnson was behind his man there. Garcia was posting up. Johnson behind him, didn't have a good position, and was forced to foul. Very dangerous opportunity here, the spot on the field where this is. I'd look for a little roll over to Nelson, probably for a shot, or through to Martinez.
Nelson is hanging around there right at that three-point arc. Robbie Aristodemo, very skilled Canadian player. New Jersey sets up the wall. Aristodemo backheels into Nelson, shot and a sliding tackle to win the ball by Tiguinho.
And a great job there by Tiguinho. The Ironmen have not been doing a good job getting down on shots. A lot of shots have gone through to Miola. That one there was blocked, and that's key to the indoor game.
Here's the Brazilian Sagu knocking that one. Was that over 2 lines? He kicked it.
Yeah, he cleared the yellow line, but he then went over white and yellow. This should be a dangerous spot here. Ironmen don't have exactly who they'd like to have on the field for this restart here, but with Vasic on it, it still could be dangerous.
And not guaranteed a substitution in this case. You used to be able to trot out those specialists, but Gordon Vasic, a very good player. A tough save there by Sagu, puts up his fists and knocks it over the wall.
And now they could bring some other players here.
Now it's a guaranteed substitution. Antoniuk did not get good foot on that at all. You can hear that up here, and it's into the Samba band. They'll try it again, but from this side.
Earlier in the year, Vasic and Antoniuk were really a great combination on these restarts. In the last 4 or 5 games, the Ironmen have not gotten much offense from these situations, these set pieces, but they have worked on it this week in practice.
Vasic, the league's leader in assists with 19. Looking for 20, but Antoniuk hammered that one into the turf. Carlos Garcia heads it out for Baltimore, and it's flicked away by Robbie Aristodemo. Miola will come up to play that one at his own yellow line. Carlos Garcia puts some pressure on. They break the press. Alavagna from midfield. 2 men on him, so he finds Antoniuk. Oh, and he played that one, I think, a bit stronger than he wanted to.
And both teams so far have backed off when the goalkeepers have gotten the ball at their feet. Both Sagu and Miola are quite accomplished with the ball at their feet and comfortable with it. So both teams have backed off, not applied much high pressure.
That's a very big part of Sagu's game, as he is a keeper who will venture out and get into the attack, not just start it, but get into it. And we know how much the guy in the other net loves to fancy himself as a forward. This time he plays keeper and gets both big mitts on that one and distributes quickly to Sean David, but PJ Wakefield gets there first for Baltimore.
And David was ready for a change, didn't have that usual burst that he normally has that could have sprung him on a breakaway there.
Coming back the other way, it's the Baltimore Blast in white with the black and red shorts. They'll play it here to the near side, Dennison Cabral, their all-time leading scorer.
And the Blast have Millwood on now as their target player, and it's key for the Ironmen. Donnie Gray is on him right now, and it's key that he fronts him and not allow Millwood to get good position, triple threat position at the top of the penalty arc, because he really caused some damage in the last game between these two teams.
Back to Sagu. The game very free-flowing here in the opening 5 minutes of play. No score yet. Both teams have had some chances. Here's Michelle Millwood. Cabral gets a left foot on that one and it goes wide. It's held in on the other side by Lucio.
Lucio's been a great find for the Blast. 5 games, 4 goals so far.
Here's Millwood. It was a great find for them a few years ago. Ended up being the Championship Series MVP, and Billy Nelson sends that one way up into the seats here at the Prudential Center.
And it didn't hurt them there, but you can see what Millwood can do. When he can get his back to the goal, have defensive pressure behind him, he's able to hold off and wait for opportunities to come. Either turn and go for goal himself, wait for runners to come through towards goal, or in that case, knock it back outside the 3-point line for an opportunity.
Again, if you're new to the game of indoor soccer, as you look at Blast coach Danny Kelly, who was a terrific player in his own right and a fan favorite in Baltimore, most goals are 2-point goals, but anything from outside that 45-foot arc that you see there is a 3-point goal. That can let you get back into the game in a hurry if you fall behind. Neither team behind at the moment. Sagu wraps that one around, and it does not stay in play, so it will be a kick in for New Jersey. So now a set piece, but they'll have a chance to maybe get the first goal of this game. It's right on that 3-point arc. Sagu sets his defenders. Salas sends that one to the far post. Giuliano Salenza gets it back, clears it away, but New Jersey's going to track this one down. Here's Tony Miola. Lazo Alavagna. Alavagna wearing the captain's armband for New Jersey tonight. A terrific two-way player in this league, returning after an absence of a couple of years. Aristodemo plays it up, flicked on by Salenza. Raul Marcel had it briefly there, but Alavagna dispossessed it.
And again, you see the Blast just backing off, and Miola has it at his feet.
That time they were ready for it, though. That was Ray Martinez. Now Alavagna will play it up to Neto. And he puts it into the bench. Neto's on each team. Osmi Neto for the Ironmen, and great to see Adardo Neto, former league MVP, return to the Blast lineup. He came back in last week, had an assist in his first game after missing the beginning of the year with a broken bone in his foot that he suffered the first day of training. Talk about bad luck.
And with him back, Ken, really makes Baltimore a top contender for the championship in the league. They've already got the best defense in the league, and with him back, much needed scoring on the way.
Nice defensive play there by New Jersey's Tiquinho again, and he's on the run. Tiquinho inside the 3-point line, tried to lay it off on left wing. And Baltimore come back the other way.
Almost too unselfish there. Tiquinho had a window for a shot in a good position, center of the field. Not sure why he didn't take it.
Here's Ryan Johnson now, 8:03 to play. First quarter of a scoreless game. Here's Federico Mugin to Sean David. David will try to send it off those boards, off the glass, and falling on his right shoulder is Sagu to grab that one.
Well read by Sagu. Good idea by David, but not executed very well, and Sagu was there.
Yeah, you're not going to surprise him. He's seen it all in this league. 7:47 to go. The ball goes out of play, and Ryan Johnson and company will talk things over. You see the folks in the expensive seats here at the Prudential Center having a real good time watching the MISL game of the week. Scoreless to this point, but good fun for a Friday night in New Jersey. So with 7:47 left to play in the first quarter, no score between the New Jersey Ironmen and the Baltimore Blast. You're watching the Major Indoor Soccer League Game of the Week live on Fox Soccer Channel. Stick around. We'll be right back after this quick timeout.
Some of the world's fastest machines get their annual workout over the gleaming salt flats of Bonneville, Utah. The pit area is buzzing with activity. The hot rods are ready and raring to go. All eyes are on the E-Studio as it gathers speed. Our camera clocks the Toshiba engine turning 135 pages per minute, an unofficial new record. Another banner year for Toshiba. Who knows, next year they'll be copying on rocket rods or jetmobiles.
The second half of Serie A's action-packed season returns when Catania and Juventus square off. Catania's Southern boys are coming full force against third-place Juve, who's proving they're a threat in the race for the title. Live Saturday, Catania, Juventus, only on Fox Soccer Channel. FSC viewing parties presented by Corona is touring cities throughout America. Go to www.foxsoccer.com/viewing parties and see if we're coming to a pub near you.
After that official timeout, we're back to start of play here. It'll be a kick-in for New Jersey with 7:47 to play in the first quarter of a scoreless game against the Baltimore Blast. Welcome back to Newark, everybody. Ken Tomash and Sal Rosamilia with you on the MISL Game of the Week on Fox Soccer Channel. That red ball sits right there on the touchline. Kevin Terry will tell Ryan Johnson when it's safe to resume play, and it is. Here's Tony Miola. Donald Gray. Gray gets through his defender, stays upright. Nicely done by the kid from New Jersey. Left-footed shot for three. He did not get it up on that one. Sagu read it easily all the way.
Well, not his comfortable foot, not his comfortable third of the field either for Donnie Gray, but a nice play there.
Now they put a little pressure on Sagu, but then they fall back. Aristodemo knocks it long. And easy pickings for Miola. We'll go to Gordon Vasich, their playmaker. Now back to him. 7 minutes to play in the first. Ryan Johnson, one touches it up, looking for Lazo Alavagna, but a little too far for him. Aristodemo knocks it back for Baltimore, and here's Ryan Johnson on the move to Stefan Stokic. And his first touch betrayed him there. It's knocked back out, but New Jersey controls at midfield. Mauricio Salas. Left puts it down. There's Kevin Sloan. Long-time indoor player. Stokic. Klestjan. There's Gordon Klestjan with a left-footed shot. The rebound is sitting there for Salas, and he puts it home. New Jersey's up 2-0.
And a great setup there by the Ironmen. Really, Sloan starting it in one corner, getting it over to the other side. A lot of patience shown there till a spot became available, and really not a great rebound led up there by Sagu. A long-distance shot from Klestjan. Sagu should have either dealt with it into the corner a little bit more or probably held that and left it there for Salas for an easy tap-in.
Mauricio Salas played last year for the Detroit Ignition and then went off and played in Japan. Now he's back in the States, and he gets the first goal of this match on a rebound. When it comes to Sagu, you almost have to get him on a rebound kind of a situation. He reads the ball so well, sees it coming off your foot, that with that one, the rebound was just sitting there agonizingly close, and Salas put it home.
Most all shots in the indoor game lead to rebounds. It's just what you do with them, and I think he should have just parried that into the corner there.
Again, Sagu for the second time played the ball with his feet over two lines. You cannot do that, so it's going to come back to the yellow line, 50 feet from his goal, and New Jersey with a chance now on the restart. But they cannot substitute, so a quick glance over to Omid Nomazi. Gives them some instruction.
Well, they got Alavagna and Antoniuk on the field, so.
Lazo plays it off to Neto, takes a touch, puts it back to Alavagna. Ryan Johnson wide open in the corner, but Billy Nelson closes him down. Send it through to Antoniuk. Again, he gets not a very good touch on it, but Sean David has it. Gets it back from Antoniuk. Here's David. Will he look to shoot with that right foot? Yes, it's off a defender and just high into the goal. It's a handball off Question, I believe that was. And no.
I think the first shot by David may have been a handball by Nelson.
Yeah, we had back-to-back bang-bang plays with handballs. Here's Eduardo Neto. We told you about him, the former league MVP. Came back last week for the first time and had an assist in his first game back. We'll have to see how he favors. He favors one foot or the other as he missed to the start of the season with a broken foot. We've got 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. New Jersey leads it 2-0 on a goal by that man, Mauricio Salas. He'll lay it off to Gordon Vasich. Vasich sends it through nicely. Salas and saved by Sagu.
Great save, Sagu.
Boy, he was thinking that's my second goal of the quarter right there. And Gray runs his man right into the board.
Well, the Ironmen have already matched their point total from the last week these two teams played.
Yeah, a week ago it was 15-2. That game was close early, but Baltimore broke it open to win it home, and New Jersey with the advantage. And there's Miola with a left-handed shot off the foot of Robbie Aristodemo.
Sneaky shot, didn't look like he didn't see it till late. A nice reaction save.
Here's Gordon Question.
But that opportunity by Salas was too good to let go by. That could come back later on to haunt them.
Well, it's not like in the outdoor game where if you miss a chance, you beat yourself up over it because another chance may not come in that game. Here in the indoor game, you know you're going to get your chances. You just want to make the most of them because the other guys are going to get chances too. Here's Kevin Sloan now. Lazo Alavagna. Gordon Question. He's kind of a Jersey guy. He went to Seton Hall, even though he's from Huntington Beach, California. And his brother is a U.S. international.
We'll claim him as our own.
There you go. It's to Seton Hall, who plays their home basketball games here at the Prudential Center. Alavagna now. Finds Sloan. He's forced to back up above the yellow line. Alavagna with some nice footwork, but Stokic has to bring it back out for New Jersey. Question in the center circle. Sean David tried to thread that one through. Stokic with a one-timer off the wall, and Carlos Garcia will flick it away to Dennison Cabral for Baltimore. This one will land in front of the yellow line, and Tony Miola will back up, direct traffic, and tap it here to Lazo Alavagna.
And it might not look like much so far, Ken, but the possession that the Ironmen have been showing is exactly what Coach Namazi's been looking for.
Salas had that one blocked by P.J. Wakefield, and now we've got a holding foul called away from the ball by our center referee tonight, senior referee Kevin Terry. So now New Jersey with another free kick, and Carlos Garcia will plead his case, but to no avail.
And Salas is going to look to take a shot here with his left foot, top of the three-point arc. If they don't get somebody stepping out on top of him, Alavagna is probably going to roll it out to him for a blast.
Just over 3 minutes to play in the first. New Jersey already up 2-0. Free kick from Alavagna. Flicked out, but flicked off. Robbie Aristodemo starts the transition game for Baltimore. Ryan Johnson with that closing speed got in on Wakefield, but Wakefield with a shot saved by Miola.
Close the angle, really not much room there for Wakefield to shoot. Well done again by Miola, sharp so far early.
Yep. Here's Millwood, who is a tough guy to handle. Question comes in to help out. Antoniuk's a big body as well. Battle royal for it against the boards here. Finally, Baltimore comes away with it, but only for an instant. As Antoniuk makes a nice wall pass. It's intercepted by Billy Nelson. See, it goes back and forth. Human pinball sometimes. Now it's played here to Neto. Neto for New Jersey, just inside the three. What a move! A shot and a save by Sagu. Wow, Billy Nelson, I don't think was expecting that.
No, but Neto is all left-footed, so you might know that from now on. Sagu, great job closing the angle.
Well, two great saves there by Sagu as he had to come out and battle Mike Lookingland for the ball, and that left him in a vulnerable position. But the rebound shot didn't go high, so he was able to make the play. Vasich back to Gray. Under 2 minutes to play in the first. Here's Omid Namazi. Donald Gray. Sean David will see that one go past him, and Question will turn and fire it up about 15 rows into the seats behind Sagu's goal.
And Namazi probably doesn't like that shot there by Cleaston. A bit ambitious, and certainly no reason to take that. Should have just put a foot on it and keep possession. They had a nice flow going there now. Baltimore is able to make changes. They could have kept possession, knocked it around a little bit more, and eventually a spot would have become available.
Minute and a half to go in the first. Here's Adalto Neto from Mike Lookingland in the far corner. Sloan had position on him. Ball bouncing around, and Meola, the safest place for it to be, right there. And Ray Martinez apologizes for falling on Meola's head.
And we spoke to Coach Kelly early in the week, and he said they weren't going to apply high pressure in this game. They kind of did the first match, and it was successful. So his feeling on the bigger field here in New Jersey, maybe he'd back off a little bit.
Ryan Johnson to Meola. Under a minute to play. Salas takes a hip check from Robbie Aristodemo. He's got the only goal of the game. Salas.
And he's starting to figure out the indoor game. He's been really playing really well for the Ironmen the last 6 or 7 games. 8 goals now on the season, 6 assists. And has been a difference maker himself.
Carlos Garcia to Raul Marcel. 20 seconds to go in the first. Sagu wants someone to show for him. Toe pokes it up. Garcia tried to flick it behind him. Elavanya was there. Here's Johnson battling Garcia for it. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Back heel, Salas. Cleared by Aristodemo, but into the penalty box. Vasic off the restart. Off the glass, bouncing into the area, and that will end the first quarter of play. Sagu grabs that one. And New Jersey grabs the early lead as that goal by Mauricio Salas has them 2 points to the good after 1 quarter of play at home.
And a good quarter by both goalkeepers. Sagu made a couple of big saves late there.
15 minutes in the books, and we got a 2-0 game here in New Jersey. That man has a goal. Sal and I will come back and see if Baltimore can get on the board. You're watching exciting MISL Indoor Soccer live on Fox Soccer Channel. Stay with us. The second quarter is coming up next.
You're not going to believe it. I'm casting for Smallies and I feel a tug. I know it's a monster. 50 feet easy. 50? Maybe more. So I tied the line in the back of the Tundra. Next thing you know, there's a 5-ton whopper flopping in the bed.
You landed a 5-ton fish with the Tundra.
This thing's got 381 horses.
That's not the point.
So where's the fish now? Got away.
Oh, it got away! Yeah.
I can't believe it got away.
The heat is on. Football Argentino Summer Tournament. The 1-month competition sizzles as powerhouses River, Boca, Independiente, Racing, and San Lorenzo compete for supremacy. Witness one of the best soccer leagues in the world. This Friday, Football Argentino Summer Tournament on FSC.
Hi, I'm David Beckham, and you're watching Fox Soccer Channel.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. You know, I followed your character since the first episode. I'm a big fan, big fan.
Thank you.
And listen, your storyline, it makes for incredible TV drama. Thing is, your drug use is very adult content. Too adult for the kids. So I'm gonna have to block you.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, have a good one.
You're a nice lady.
People say the Premiership's the best league in the world, and why, Barry? Because of the price. Because of the emotion. Do something! I say that he was rubbish. It's the fans that make it tick. Oh, yes! It's about you. It's about me. It's about us. Please! Yeah! You are watching Premier League Fan Zone on Fox Soccer Channel. Chelsea! Who are you?
Well, Tony Meola may be 39 years old next month, but being back in the Garden State really suits him, Sal. Good first quarter.
Great job closing down the angle there. Not much room to shoot for. If it was going to be on target, it was going to hit him.
Do you think Baltimore is really pressuring him enough, is really challenging him to play the ball with his feet?
Well, he's quite comfortable with the ball at his feet, but by pulling back like they've been, It's really allowed the Ironmen to maintain possession and keep possession, which they're comfortable with. I'd look for them to apply a little bit more pressure, put the defenders under pressure a little bit, and create some more chances for the Blast. I am a little surprised because they were effective with it last week when they played.
Vasic found Sean David. He just slammed it off the boards. Over in that corner, it's Lazo Alavagna with it. That's Federico Mugin, 9 rather than 8. We're just underway in the second quarter. It's a foul called there by referee Ron Corey. Mugin with the foul. There's Ron Corey. We are at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. The MISL game of the week. The New Jersey Ironmen in red against the Baltimore Blast in white. I'm Ken Tomash along with Sal Rosamilia as we bring you exclusive live coverage of the MISL Game of the Week. Glad you're with us tonight here on Fox Soccer Channel. DJ Wakefield knocks this one long. Millwood can't get over there because Alavagna is there first, but his header almost went right to Millwood in a great scoring position.
Tried heading back to Miola to catch it with his hands, but didn't play the angle right off the board. Dangerous chance.
And Millwood, who's a tall, rangy player, a good target player in the box. He's the kind of guy that you got to keep an eye on. Can't make too many mistakes in the box because he'll poach one. Sagu now. As Baltimore attacks left to right here in the second quarter.
And you see the Ironmen backing off Sagu as well. Very good, very comfortable with the ball at his feet. So they're not going to try to high pressure him.
Sagu, the league's leader in points against average, just over 8 points a game. Gives up just about 4 goals a game. Giuliano Salenza just missed. Baltimore has it back though. Here is Millwood. Threads it through, but Miola is there. Salenza was right there in front of him, but Miola had it read, and Millwood is a guy that they got to keep their sights on.
And he's letting Ryan Johnson know too that he's got to follow that run there.
Wide open, Antoniuk left-footed shot just misses. He'll try again, and that one he puts home. Antoniuk gets his 18th goal of the year, and the lead is growing in the Garden State. It's 4-0.
A great second effort there by Antoniuk. One of the hardest workers in the league. Bounced one off the wall back to himself, and a great finish in the corner.
You know what they say about try again, kids. He's a guy who is ready when the ball comes back to him, as you have to be in this indoor game. And Antoniuk cashes in again. Dino Dolevsky and Greg Howes are ahead of him in the point scoring race. It's going to be hard to catch those guys. They're both long-time indoor goal scoring gods, but Antoniuk's off to a tremendous start.
Just has a knack, you know, certainly many players with more skill than Antoniuk has, but a tremendous worker, and just has a knack for finding the back of the net, knowing where to be on the field.
Sagu was right at the edge of his penalty area there, so he couldn't use his hands. He just wanted to make sure. Looking land. It's Vasic on it. Playing back. Pressure by Vasic. Baltimore breaks the press. Ray read that one nicely, but then he did not do well with it after that. Adolo Neto looks like the foot is just fine. To Looking land. He pulls Miola out. Nutmegs him for the goal. Baltimore's back in it at 4-2.
Well, you see what Neto can bring to a team. Tremendous setup there by Looking land. Far too much space off the turnover. And Miola was anticipating probably a ball far post. Leaned that way, and Looking land went through the 5-hole.
Now we've got a game.
Good answer back by the Blast, because they're not a tremendously good come-from-behind team, so they didn't want to let this one get too far away from them. Exactly what they needed answering back from the Antoniuk goal.
So 35 seconds after New Jersey gets the second goal of the game, Baltimore answers. It's Looking land from Adolo Neto at 2:44, and that makes it a 4-2 game.
And the Ironmen have been very vulnerable immediately after some of their goals this year. It's a recurring theme. Can't make Coach Namazi very happy.
Here's Carlos Garcia, gets hip checked there by Ryan Johnson as he tried to spin to the outside. It'll be a freebie for Baltimore.
And you can almost feel the momentum swinging at this point.
First quarter stats, New Jersey with the only goal, and they outshot Baltimore 8-4. Sagu busy with 6 saves. That shot just high above Tony Miola.
And the Ironmen have taken in goals in bunches this season. When they've taken in one, it's been 2, 3, and 4. It's key for them in this game tonight here to stem the tide, stop the run at 1, and this next goal is really important.
Salas fouled from behind there by Lucio. Off the free kick. Here's Laszlo Alavani. He will look long. Antonia. Comes off him to Neto. Neto with a left footer. And despite going through Looking Land's legs, Sagu was right there.
Well, you're not going to beat Sagu from that distance.
Nice chest pass by Millwood. Sets up Salenza. Tries to get it to Aristodemo. He had a defender on him. Stokij and Miola with another big save.
And Baltimore's really starting to come into this game here.
And see, they're going to put this at the top of the arc. This is a tough rule in the MISL that's often applied in strange ways. That was a bang-bang play. Look at it again. Played over the wall. And here's Aristodemo now. Lays it off. Cabral with a shot, and again Miola with a save.
Saw it late. Great reaction.
Those bright yellow boots. Number 5, Dennison Cabral. Foul called. And New Jersey will have it. Tony Miola. The difference between him and the guy in the other net is Tony faces about 20 shots a game, while Sagu faces about half that. Can he keep that up?
Well, the simple answer is no. He doesn't want to, and I'm not sure that anybody can keep up that pace, much less someone who's been professional for 20 years now.
Vasic outside the three-point arc, he scores! New Jersey's up 7-2 on the long-distance shot by Goran Vasic.
And a big-time answer there by Vasic and the Ironmen after the goal by Blast brought them within 2. And from that angle, from that distance, three-pointer, really not much screen there for Sagu. I'm kind of surprised that this one found in the back of the net. I guess there is. Cabral is kind of standing 5 yards away from Vasic, and I think you see the frustration with Sagu there because he was kind of screened a bit on the play. Probably wanted Cabral either get out of the way or get a little closer to Vasic. Because you're not going to beat Sagu from that distance without some help.
And there is another goal as coming back the other way. Baltimore answers. Raul Marcel with the rebound goal. And it's 7-4. What a second quarter here in New Jersey.
And again, Coach Namazi has got to be going out of his mind right now. I think he called a timeout here because this is the second time this quarter already, following an Ironman goal where they should have gained momentum in the game, and the Blast just haven't answered for it. And this is not only happening tonight, but it's happening far too often in many of the Ironman games.
Well, we had 2 goals in 35 seconds. Here we have 2 goals in 8 seconds as Raul Marcel finds the open net. Miola had put himself in a position at the edge of his area, so he was pulled out, the goal wide open, and Raul Marcel cashes in. That's his first MISL goal in just his 4th game. 7-4. New Jersey leads Baltimore with 10:34 to go in the first half. This was a 2-0 game after 1. Things have really opened up here. We've seen 4 goals in this second quarter, and Danny Kelly may have to feel like his side has some momentum now as they've scored 2 of the last 3. But it's been an up and down season for him and this whole team going back to last year. They were 15-9, looked like they were a lock for the postseason. They lost their last 6, missed the playoffs. Then they get off to the 5-0 start this season, and here they are at 6-6 and in the fight of their lives tonight here in the MISL Game of the Week. New Jersey kicks off. They attack from right to left here in the second quarter, wearing red. Sean David gets around his man, lays it off to Donald Gray. Gray didn't have any options on the other side of the field, plays it back to David. Gray now hooks it down to Antonia. Billy Nelson on him. Salas to Gray. 10-10 to play in the first half. New Jersey 7, Baltimore 4. And Salas will play it back to Tony Miola. Sent through nicely to Gordon Question.
And there's the problem with not putting any pressure on Miola. He has the ability to really change zones from his defensive third to the offensive third quickly.
Antonia with Nelson on it. Nice wall pass back to Alavanya. New Jersey keeping possession now. That's what you want to do when you're trying to head off a team's momentum. When they've just scored 2 of the last 3 on you, if you can just play keep away for a little while, kind of drain some of that momentum. Here's Neto.
And I'm sure that's what the timeout was about, Ken. Good point.
Mujin with the back heel down in the corner, but Segu pings that one against the backboards. He looked long, but wasn't going to risk it, so he came short. Now it's Mike Lookingland. He's got a goal tonight. It was Baltimore's first goal. You see the score there, and the time remaining under 9 minutes to go in the half. Jersey leading 7-4. Cabral lofts this one down in the corner. Looking for Raul Marcel. Vasich clears it. Chested down by Johnson. Ryan Johnson shot and saved by Segu. Segu. There's Scott Butin, who's on for his first shift in the second quarter, at least first time I've seen him. First-year indoor player out of the University of Maryland. Marcel down to Garcia in the corner. Alavanya is there, but Garcia sends that one through. And Raul Marcel was right there looking to cash in for the goal, but he couldn't do it. Got knocked over the glass off New Jersey. Goran Vasic is going to try to set something up here defensively in front of his keeper.
Well, they better keep an eye on Cabral.
Wakefield on the back post. In front, Garcia. Nicely done there by Ryan Johnson. Wakefield will have a go. No, he couldn't get the ball on his foot. Vasic will look long. He's got Sean David. Marcel heads it down, but David has it for New Jersey. Off to Alavanya. Wisely backs it back out, and he'll head off onto the bench. Vasic. Oh, sets up Kevin Sloan, and Raul Marcel got just enough of that. Keep it from getting to him in a great position. 7:40 to go in the half. Gordon Question.
And this is more like it for the Ironmen. What made them comfortable and successful in the first quarter is just having possession, not forcing things.
Garcia gave that one up to Question. Here's Sloan. Quickly, it's a 3-on-2. Snuffed out by PJ Wakefield. Salas at the yellow line. Gray now to Salas. Lookingland on his back. Tries to spin to the outside on him. Stutter step. Now he's doubled. And both benches there yelling for Kevin Terry to stop play. And
not sure what took him so long to stop that. Salas was on the ground playing the ball for a good 5 seconds before he finally blew the whistle.
So Baltimore with a restart in their own end. Lookingland plays it long. Over the head of Millwood, and Millwood, yeah, that's going to send Gray off for 2 minutes. I mean, Millwood would have had a clear scoring chance there, but Gray grabbed a handful of his jersey and kept him from heading towards the goal.
Gray was definitely beat by Millwood on that ball there, but I believe Miola might have been in a position to play that himself with his feet.
Well, we'll step aside for just a moment, but when we return to the Prudential Center in Newark, we're going to have 6:48 to go in the first half, and Baltimore's going to be on the power play, trailing New Jersey 7-4. The Major Indoor Soccer League Game of the Week here on Fox Soccer Channel. Don't go away. Sal and I are coming right back. It's wild and woolly action here tonight.
I keep talking, but the ad agency for Cousin Subs is just not listening.
Ooh, sparklers.
So he's gonna tackle me? These are some serious party platters and subs. Got something big going on? You're covered. Foot after foot of subs. It's enough to settle down any hungry crowd. So let's be serious.
You don't even have a real mouth.
Cousin Subs. Better bread, better subs.
help us welcome Victoria Beckham.
Hi, I'm Victoria Beckham, and you're watching the Fox Soccer Channel.
Not only a power play, but we're going to have one of the most exciting plays in indoor soccer, the shootout. Wake up, young man. This is good stuff here. Dennison Cabral is going to take a shootout. He's going to be 50 feet away from Tony Miola. And when the referee blows his whistle, everybody's going to be off and running. Cabral will start heading towards Miola, and everybody else is going to be coming from that midfield stripe, trying to get a rebound or a clearance or something. This is...
And Cabral will probably just take one touch and hit it right here.
Here he comes. One touch, hits it, one goal.
No. Had the time, had the composure. Greatest scorer all time in Blast history. Is going to be successful more often than not on those type of plays. Got Miola leaning towards the right. He went upper right himself. From 8 yards away, not really much he can do. So a tough call there on Gray again. I think the power play was called. The 2-minute penalty was called on the play where Millwood had him beat. But I think if he didn't grab and didn't do that, Ken, I think Miola would have been there to collect the ball with his feet.
Yeah, you never know. That is Cabral's 11th goal of the campaign. He just recently passed the 800-point mark for his career. 300 games plus in the league. There's Sagu grabbing one there. So it's New Jersey 7, Baltimore 6, 6:25 to go. The first half from New Jersey. Here's Michelle Millwood. Baltimore looks for the lead, and Miola finds the ball right there in his hands.
It took a little longer this time, but Baltimore had another answer for an Ironman goal.
That's right. Mujin tries to spin out of a triple team. Sagu finds Ray Martinez. Sagu plays this one through. Here's Adado Neto. To Ryan Pierce, who's on for his first shift. Sagu will play it up. And Neto hit the turf. Baltimore retains possession. Salenza, and Miola scoops that one up. Fired out to Vasic. He's got Billy Nelson on his back. Just not letting him turn. Quick one-touch passing. Taguino has to send it way high, almost off the four-sided scoreboard. Scott Butte. Now Sagu ventures out. Just over 5 minutes to play in the half. Neto lost that one. Kevin Sloan forced to backtrack. Miola one touches it long, and that was over 2 lines again.
And a bit of pressure applied there by Martinez, forcing Miola into crossing over 2 lines, and another dangerous chance here for the Blast.
That's what we talked about they needed to do to force some mischief, as it were. And with just under 5 minutes to go in the half, it's going to be another restart for Baltimore, down by a point. The difference is that 3-point goal by Vasic. From 50 feet away now. Here's Lucio, back heel. The shot, Miola, what a save, maybe the best of the night. Certainly from the longest range.
Great hit by Nelson and a good job handling the rebound there. We talked about that earlier. There are going to be rebounds in the indoor game. What do you do with them? There was somebody waiting if he left it too close, but played that into the corner nicely.
Mike Lookingland plays it through to Cabral. Deft move to get around Ryan Johnson. Look at Cabral, the shot, the save, and the rebound scooped up by Miola.
He's fun to watch.
He is. Here's Antonio, fun to watch for different reasons. Totally different kind of player. We talked to both of them before the game. Couldn't be more different. Vasic dispossessed. Cabral tried the back heel, he just take it himself now. And Cabral goes down, no call right in front of referee Ron Corey. He was looking for the restart there, but he gets up and trots off. His time will come. 3:57 left, first half. Salas with a shot that almost bent in under the crossbar, but it was just high. Millwood finds that ball on his feet. And Aristodemo comes in and says, thank you very much. Miola out, Aristodemo is there, and he puts it home. And Baltimore takes the lead for the first time tonight.
And the Ironmen are screaming, You see Miola talking about it. The bench is up. Well, there was a bad change there by the Blast that went unnoticed. They're looking over to the referee's box, asking why it wasn't called.
Too many men, you mean?
Yeah, they had 6 men on the field. And Aristodemo, great job playing to himself off the boards. Miola came out, cut off the angle. Aristodemo saw that, played it to himself. Didn't get a great touch, but good enough to go into the corner. Gray couldn't stop it. Blast had the lead, 8-7, and the Ironman bench is really furious at this point. With the shootout in the commercial break, Amazi was not happy about that call. And right there, they feel it should have been a power play for the Ironmen. Instead, Blast up 8-7.
Oh, and Mugin gives Billy Nelson an elbow to the back, sends him down, and pats him on the back of the head. Nelson just gets up and says, I'll take the restart. Thank you very much.
And here's been the point in games for the Ironmen lately in their losing streak, where they do okay early. The second they fall behind, things start to snowball.
Ball comes off the shelf. Salas put so much into heading that one that he twisted himself into a pretzel and fell down. Nelson and Mugin battle on the far side. That ball's going to hop up into the Baltimore bench and go into the possession of the Blast. Here's Raul Marcel. Giuliano Salenza. Alavagna will clear. Chested down by Marcel. Salenza looks for help. Aristodemo, the most recent goal scorer. Certainly not the only one tonight. We've had a lot of them. Oh, to a wide open Neto who taps it back. Adodo Neto just hounding Gordon Klestjan in there. I don't know if Miola was ready for that ball either.
It's almost like a shot there by Klestjan.
New Jersey is just out of sorts here at the moment. Just hoping to survive maybe the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
And this has happened to them previously in games. 2 goals leads to 3, 4, and 5, and before you know it, they've been out of matches.
3 straight goals by Baltimore, and 4 in the quarter, and they lead at 8-7. Sloan tangled up down there. Finally kicks it away to Alavagna. 2.5 minutes to play in the half. Vasic, left footer off the glass. And Marcel chests it back to Segu. Klestjan gets a up close view of the turf. The whistle there, the free kick.
And you can just see the body language in some of the Ironmen. It's just right now not very good. Again, feeling some of the calls have not gone their way. Some of the breaks have not gone their way. And Baltimore seems energized by it.
Again, this was a Baltimore team that a week ago beat New Jersey 15-2, but then went to Philadelphia and lost 4-0. Shut out for the first time in team history. Tonight, they've really got it going on. Just here in this second quarter. Here's Antonio. Lays it in front. Alavagna will shoot. It'll be deflected in, and Salas has his second goal of the night. His team has a 9-8 lead.
And a great job by Salas, beating Looking Land to the spot. Shot by Alavagna. Salas did not assume the ball was going to be on target. Segu was going to make the save, ran for the back post, and was there for a simple tap-in, beating Looking Land to the spot again. And a big-time answer for the Ironmen. This one it looked like they were going to probably go into halftime, all the momentum against them, and Salas has really been playing great lately for the Ironmen.
2 goals tonight, the first one and the most recent one. Will it be the last one of the half, or does one of these 2 teams have another goal in them before we go to the intermission?
You saw Salas calling on his teammates on the field now to focus for the remaining minute and 30 and not give up a quick goal like they have twice already tonight.
Great tackle there by Sean David, and David will be the beneficiary of the break. Sean David tried to slide that one through to Mugin, who was crashing on Segu.
Super play by Nelson. If he didn't, Mugin would have been there for an easy tap. And great job by Nelson getting back. dealing with David's pace.
You talk about Ironmen, the New Jersey Ironmen. Billy Nelson's an Ironman, almost never misses a game. In fact, when he missed a game in December because of a hamstring pull, it's the first game he'd missed in more than 2 full seasons. And he only misses a few games here or there in his whole career. We've got under a minute to go. That kick was taken way too soon for Kevin Terry's liking. He was not quite prepared.
Terry saying the ball was rolling as Millwood played it, and a good thing for the Ironmen because they were sleeping, and Salenza was there to poach, and he beat Miola.
Free kick now. 57.9 seconds left in the half. Robbie Aristodemo over the ball, and this free kick for Baltimore, trailing 9-8. Punched out by Miola.
And a good job with the rebound again, dealing with it, pushing it into the corner, not leaving it in a dangerous spot for the Blast to pounce on.
48 seconds now.
Aristodemo is very good on those restarts, though, isn't he?
Michelle Millwood. That one went off the referee. Bad break for Baltimore. Fortunate break for New Jersey. And that one's played over 2 lines by Gray, so Baltimore is going to have a chance here with under 30 seconds to play for another restart.
And unfortunately for them, Aristodemo is not on the field at this point. Millwood is, Salenza is. It probably will end up with Salenza for a right-footed shot.
But no, unless they take the timeout, then they can get whoever they want onto the floor, and Scott Butte signals for the timeout. And so now
we'll give them a chance to get Aristodemo out there.
If they want, Danny Kelly's going to draw something up. His assistant is David Bascombe, who's also a terrific longtime player in this league, but who has been out due to injury. And meanwhile, Tony Mayola just wants a breather and says, I'm facing way too many shots here tonight.
And you get 3 timeouts a game, but only 2 in any given half. So smart move there by Kelly to call the one here that he has to in the first half.
Even though Omid Namazi's team is up 9-8, he's seen enough in the first half. He's going to have no lack of things to talk about at halftime, is he?
Well, it's been some of the frustrations and some of the troubles that the Ironmen have dealt with. You know, the ups and downs of this season. You know, taking leads, not being able to play with them, not being able to have possession, giving up goals immediately after you take, constant swings in momentum. That really has him frustrated with the direction of the team that it's been going lately. They're up right now 9-8, but again, a lot of things, like you said, to talk about. The possession fails them. First quarter, they had the majority of the possession on the Blast, and they were up 2-0. Perfect start to the game for the Ironmen. Second quarter, nothing what Omid is looking for. And here's Aristodemo on the ball here. He's got Cabral to his left and Millwood to his right.
Aristodemo plays it to Millwood. His left-footed shot curls up into the seats. So if Danny Kelly drew it up that way, I don't think it ended with that result.
No, the final touch failed Millwood, and he actually had a clear shot at an opening there on his comfortable foot on his left side.
Curled it nicely. Give him credit for that. Just the altitude was a little too much. So now we'll see what Omid Namazi can do in the last 27 seconds, or his team will just try to keep possession and take that 1-point edge. Salavanya knocks it long. Sloan. Billy Nelson. Battle right there for it, headed up and over the glass by Ryan Johnson.
Good battle there, Johnson and Lookinland, 2 big players. Johnson won it, but enough pressure by Lookinland to force him to win it over the crossbar.
Now Sagu with just under 12 seconds to play in the half. Whips it sidearm long, and it back the other way by Stokic, and that one will go into the first row of the seats over there. Back and forth we go. Now it's Lookinland. Looking long. They count it down. Under a second to go, and that's the end of the first half of play. The New Jersey Ironmen, a 3-point goal is the difference, and they'll take a 9-8 lead into halftime intermission. But the fun continues with our halftime report. It's coming up next. We'll look at what's happening around the MISL. We'll have highlights and stats from this game, and a lot more. It's all coming up next here on halftime of the Major Indoor Soccer League Game of the Week, with New Jersey leading Baltimore 9-8 at the half here on Fox Soccer Channel. Stay with us.
Work, work, gotta go to work, gotta go to work. Work, 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 gotta go to work, gotta go to work. Work, work, work. Gotta go to work, gotta go to work. Work, 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 work. Gotta go to work.
Are your employees playing it safe out there? IWIF helps you reduce the likelihood of accidents, which improves your team's performance. To learn more, contact your agent or visit IWIF.com. Safety saves with IWIF.
Fox Soccer Channel Primetime. Presented by Jose Cuervo Traditional, 100% de agave. Fox Soccer Channel Primetime.
Halftime in New Jersey. The Ironmen lead at 9-8 over the Baltimore Blast, but still a lot for both coaches to talk about at halftime, and we'll talk right now with head coach Omid Namazi of the Ironmen, whose team has the lead, but Omid, all right, we'll talk to Coach Namazi in just a second as you look at the Ironmen dancers, but Coach Namazi's team has the lead. There's a three-point goal that is the difference in this game at the moment. And we appreciate Coach Namazi taking time out to be with us here. We hope we'll be able to get to him in a second. But if not, the things that we saw that his team do in the first half, Sal, we were real comfortable in that first quarter, but that second quarter, not so much.
Yeah, he probably doesn't want to stand around long here. He has a lot to speak about here at halftime with the boys.
Well, let's ask him. Coach, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right, Coach, obviously a great first half for the fans, but it's got to be giving the coach like yourself a little bit of a heart murmur.
Yeah, well, it's the nature of the game. It's a back and forth game. Baltimore, obviously, is an experienced team, and they make you pay for your mistakes. And it seems like every time we score a goal, they come right back and score to get the momentum back on their side. And what we talked about is making sure that we focus right after our game. We focus right after our goal and make sure that defensively we're tight and we don't give up anything easy.
All right, Coach, we know you got work to do. Get after it. Thanks for joining us. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you, guys.
Omid Namazi of the New Jersey Ironmen, who lead the Baltimore Blast 9-8 here on the MISL Game of the Week here on Fox Soccer Channel. We'll be back with more at halftime here from the Prudential Center in Newark. Stick around.
Withdrawal, please.
You wouldn't expect your bank teller to take back some of your money when you make a withdrawal. So why do you let the ATM take it when you need some cash? Open a checking account today at First Mariner Bank and you'll never have to pay to use the ATM. For no-fee access at more than 10,000 ATMs nationwide, look for the MoneyPass logo.
It's your money. You shouldn't have to pay a fee to get it. Switch to First Mariner Bank. We built this bank for you.
Attention men with thinning hair. Salon expert Giuseppe Franco recommends Proceed for his Beverly Hills celebrities. Just listen to what he says about Proceed.
Well, first, it's the only product I've ever seen that works on thinning hair just by using it once every 90 days. It's not a daily regimen or twice daily regimen. Who has the time for that nonsense? Just use Proceed every 90 days and it works.
When I go like this with my hand, it feels like I have a full head of hair back there. Like I really notice a tremendous difference.
My hair's thicker, fuller, and you don't notice the thinning spots.
He ran his hand through my hair, and he looked at the top, and he's like, "It works. It works."
I don't own the company. Well, I don't know anything about it. I just know that this is the greatest product ever for the appearance of your thinning hair. Look, stop hiding your hair underneath these caps. Stop denying that your hair looks bad, and do something about it. You can be on the road to fuller, thicker hair right now by getting on a Proceed program. Hey, I'm Giuseppe Franco. I'm not putting my name on the line for something that doesn't work.
Now you can try Proceed absolutely risk-free. The exact product selling at Giuseppe Franco's of Beverly Hills for $450 for just $19.95. Plus, if you order today, Proceed will also include its volumizing shampoo and conditioner absolutely free. Proceed, we're the one. Just one application every 90 days. Operators are standing by, so have your credit card ready to order right now.
It's the oldest and biggest domestic cup competition known to mankind. The proud jewel of England, the FA Cup.
Lining up the shot, and it's there!
The fight is on. Chelsea guards the trophy. Man U aims to make it their 12th. But the Giant Killers look for their chance to shine. Tuesday, FA Cup third round on FSC.
soccer is huge all around the world.
FSC presents the second annual Center Circle, live at the NSCAA convention.
Plenty to talk about here.
In their own words, U.S. soccer's best and brightest analyze the future of the sport in America.
American soccer is ready for the next step.
Don't miss this unique 2-hour special, live on January 17th, exclusively on FSC.
Hi, I'm Christian Miles alongside Keith Costigan. Make sure to join us every Saturday as we preview the biggest games from the Barclays Premier League and the Italian Serie A.
I'll break down the key matchups and tell you what to look for as the best teams and players in the world go head to head.
This is Fox Soccer Match Day, your one-stop destination for the beautiful game.
The Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey is the scene, and the New Jersey Ironmen 9, the Baltimore Blast 8 is the score at halftime of the Major Indoor Soccer League Game of the Week here on Fox Soccer Channel. Ken Tomash, Sal Rosamilia with you. An exciting second quarter, part of an exciting week in the Major Indoor Soccer League. This was not the case a week ago. Baltimore did not have their way with New Jersey, or Baltimore did have their way with New Jersey, but it was all one-sided.
Good start to the game for the Ironmen. Solis finishing a good opportunity, putting them up 2-0 early in the first.
Here we see, this is actually highlights from the first half here tonight. Mike Lookingland puts it through Tony Miola's legs.
As the Blast have done all night, having an answer to an Ironman goal.
That was a three-pointer by Goran Vasic. That is the margin of difference at the moment. That one was put home by Raul Marcel for Baltimore. It was a wild and woolly second quarter that included this shootout goal by Dennison Cabral after a penalty called. And Cabral, the all-time leading scorer in Blast history, got that one. Then Robbie Aristodemo, that's kind of a controversial play. New Jersey thought that Baltimore had too many men on the field. They definitely had too many goals go in the back of the net if you are New Jersey. But they did answer late in the half. Salas again, he started the scoring, he ended it in that first half. And so as a result, his team is up 9-8 here after one half of play in the Major Indoor Soccer League Game of the Week here on Fox Soccer Channel. So now we'll talk about what else went on in the league. A week ago, these two teams they played in Baltimore, and the Blast won that one 15-2. But that wasn't the only fun around the league. Let's take a look at some of the scores and stuff from around the league. The one thing about this league is that almost on any given night, any team can beat any other team. Here was the game from last week in Baltimore, and it was all Blast. Sagu with the save there.
One of the few he had to make in the game. Ironman just totally shut down by a great defensive effort by the Blast. Never really threatened after the first quarter. Halftime it was 4-0, and the Blast just had an easy go of it.
3 goals in the third quarter broke it open for Baltimore at home. And Tony Miola and the rest of his teammates watched as that goal against the sixth attacker by Robbie Aristodemo went in late to seal it. 15-2 was the final score. Here we've got a much more even match as it's 9-8 at the half. But there are other games going on this week in the MISL. We'll take a look at those scores and see just how close the action in this league is, where on any given night, even the Orlando Sharks, Sal, who are 0-15, could come back and beat somebody. They're getting closer every time. Well, we'll come back with more here at halftime. We're at the Prudential Center, and the New Jersey Ironmen lead the Baltimore Blast 9-8 at halftime. So stick around. We've got a lot more coming up here on the MISL Game of the Week on Fox Soccer Channel. Don't go away. It's 9-8 New Jersey at the half.
I'm bad at duck pins. Thanks for trying, Dad.
I tried line dancing. I couldn't even do a straight line.
My singing is so bad they won't let me sing in church.
I can't ski. When I get to the bottom of the slope, I look like a big snowball.
I can't do a somersault. I always go sideways.
I can't water ski. I end up getting dragged behind the boat.
I can't juggle, no way.
Local Jiffy Lube owners aren't great at everything, but they're experts at changing your oil. No wonder over 1 million Marylanders a year trust us to change their oil. Let us change yours, too.
Draw me close to you.
Imagine owning the most beautiful praise and worship songs in one collection.
Lord, I give you my heart. I give you my
Time Life proudly presents Beautiful Worship, 30 of today's most powerful praise and worship songs.
Now is the time to work.
These are the songs that America is singing.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to.
These are the hymns of today.
Lord, I lift your name on high.
Get Beautiful Worship. 30 songs on 2 CDs for just $19.99.
Shout to the Lord, all the earth, let us sing.
wait. Order with your credit card, and we'll take $10 off.
I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you.
That's right. You get 2 inspirational CDs for just $9.99.
Above all powers, above all kings.
These are the most beautiful praise and worship songs of all time.
He is exalted, the King is exalted.
Then review other praise and worship albums. Satisfaction guaranteed. So call now and get beautiful worship on 2 CDs for just $9.99.
Call 1-800-319-0569 to order beautiful worship on 2 CDs for $9.99 plus shipping and handling when you use your credit card. Call now or order online at timelife.com/beautiful.
Hi, I'm Christian Miles, joined by Gary Richards and Andy Houlihan. Make sure you stop by here at the Bass Pale Ale Pub every Sunday.
We'll break down the Barclays Premier League and also the Italian Serie A.
It's Super Sunday Plus every Sunday right here on FSC.
Super Sunday Plus was presented by Bass Pale Ale. Pour the Premier Pint.
Back in New Jersey with the hometown Ironmen leading the Baltimore Blast 9-8, but Sourdough's Amelia, this game could go either way. It seems like it's been back and forth and back and forth. That second quarter was especially interesting. Baltimore really broke out of their shell as we take a look at the stats from the first half of play. Oh, this is also tonight. Chicago and Detroit are tied for second place in the league, a half game behind Milwaukee. And in the second quarter in Detroit, the Storm leads the Ignition 4-2. So that's an interesting game as well. Now we'll take a look at our stats from the first half of play here in New Jersey, and we'll see some interesting things. Let's take a look here. 4 goals apiece, but the difference, as we mentioned, that 3-pointer, 31 shots between the 2 teams in that first half, and both goalkeepers very busy.
And that jumps out at me. Sagu having to make 11 saves, many of them very difficult. Something that wasn't a part of last Friday's game for the Ironmen. That has to make them happy the way this part of the game has gone. The fact that the amount of points that they've let up, though, doesn't make them happy, but this game is certainly there for both teams.
Tony Miola's been active as well with 8 saves, and he's had to deal with a lot of rebounds and a lot of balls in front of his area that he's had to deal with, rebounds and things, and he's doing his best to hang in there. But now if you're Baltimore, now you've seen, okay, maybe we got this team on the ropes. We blew them out a week ago. Now we're in their building. So if you're Baltimore, you think you're flying high right now?
Well, they got to feel good about the way the game has gone for sure, especially the way it went early. They're not a great team coming from behind, but they've done a good job against the Ironmen, answering back from their goals. They'll make a couple adjustments at the half and come out for a good second half. I look for a little bit more pressure, possibly attacking the defenders of the Ironmen, maybe even putting a little bit more pressure on Miola. That was successful for them last Friday. I don't think the Ironmen have been happy with the way their possession started to fail them in the second quarter. I look for Coach Namazi to try to talk to them a little bit more about that, trying to gain possession a little bit more. And it's certainly a game that's obviously it's a 1-point game, a 1-possession game.
If you're New Jersey, you've lost back-to-back games. You got blown out by this team a week ago. You had the lead. You had the momentum. You're at home. Everything was going well. Then the wheels started to come off. This is a good team, but it's still an expansion team with a lot of guys who haven't been through the wars together. Can they mentally handle this kind of a situation?
Well, up till now, frankly, they've struggled with it. So it remains to be seen. It's something that's been addressed constantly in training sessions. It's constantly been worked on. It's a struggle that the team has had that the coaching staff is aware of. It remains to be seen if they're going to get to be championship caliber. They're going to have to start dealing with those faults that they've had and improving on them. I'm not sure if anybody knows at this point whether they're capable of doing it, but against the Blast, a great championship caliber team themselves, it's a great test for them.
Well, one thing we know for sure is that Omid Nomazi will have them ready. He's taken teams to the finals a couple of times. But now we want to bring in Danny Kelly, the Blast coach, who saw his team fall behind, but they really rallied in that second quarter. Danny, what did you guys do in the second quarter, and how did you seize the momentum?
Well, we played a little bit better defensively. I mean, in that first quarter, we weren't following one, we weren't staying with our runners, and you can't do that in this game and expect to win. So the second quarter, we tightened up a bit, finished some chances, and we're back in the game.
Are you going to go back to a little bit more? We spoke during the week, Coach, a little bit more possibly pressuring the defenders of the Ironmen when they get the ball, pressuring Miola a little bit?
Yeah, we'd like to do that, but at the same time, we need to be able to stay with our runners that are behind us as well, and we haven't shown that we've been able to do that just yet. But yeah, ultimately I do want to put them under a bit of pressure and try and create some turnovers.
This game kind of a microcosm of your season, isn't it, Danny? Back and forth, back and forth. Good luck in the second half. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Danny Kelly of the Baltimore Blast, whose team started 5-0. Dennison Cabral, one of their leading players this year and one of their all-time leading scorer. It's just like their season has gone, Sal. They started off 5-1, 1-5 in the last 6. They fell behind here, 4-2. Now they're only trailing 9-8, and it's anyone's game with 30 minutes to play.
Up and down season for the Blast, you're right, the game has mirrored that, and also an up and down season for the Ironmen. A lot of inconsistencies in their game. You would expect that of an expansion franchise, but Omi Namazi, his tolerance level for that is starting to fade.
Well, we saw 15 points scored in that second quarter. What does the third quarter hold? Stay with us and find out. Ken Tomash and Sal Rosamilia with you on the Major Indoor Soccer League Game of the Week exclusively on Fox Soccer Channel. It's the New Jersey Ironmen in red, attacking left to right. This is Lazo Alavagna sending one off the back wall. It's cleared by Robbie Aristodemo of the Baltimore Blast, who are in the white jerseys. Here come the Blast, attacking right to left here in the third. Down a point, but with their confidence sky high after they have had an answer for everything New Jersey has thrown at them thus far. That one just missed.
And Lucio lost David there. And a real dangerous chance for the Blast. Unfortunately, the shot did not go on goal.
PJ Wakefield now plays it to Adalto Neto. Wakefield gets it back in front. Alavagna is there. And Giuliano Salenza was looking to poke it home, but Alavagna plays it from behind his own yellow line over the wall. So that's a good call. The restart will come from the top of the arc. Tough break.
The Blast with a chance to change some personnel. Aristodemo on the ball.
Yep, the ball went out of play, so they can make substitutes.
And he's got options all over the field.
Lots of them. Aristodemo plays it softly to Michelle Millwood, but his left-footed shot was not as strong as he would have liked. His rebound shot was pretty strong, and Mayola saves them both. That one and the one off the foot of Cabral.
Great hit by Cabral. Good reaction save. Millwood's initial shot was not as strong as he wanted to be because the pass was a little bit behind him. But a very dangerous chance there. Mayola having to be busy early on.
Oh, Mayola loses it right there and has to recover. Oh, Salenza just was salivating there because he saw goal.
And Coach Kelly mentioning possibly putting a little bit more pressure on Mayola. And you see the results early on.
Here they break out the other way. Stefan Stokic, he had Mauricio Salas on the other side and couldn't get to him. Mike Lookinland. Here's Lookinland. He's got a goal tonight to Scott Butte. He's it back to the midfield stripe. Here's Butte, left putting it down in the corner, looking for Carlos Garcia. The Ironmen sniffed that one out. It's Gordon Klesha, now Salas, shielding Butte away from the ball.
And definitely adjustment made when the ball's been going back to Mayola here in the third quarter. They are starting to put some pressure on him.
Opening couple of minutes of this third quarter. New Jersey in red, up 9-8 on Baltimore in white on the MISL Game of the Week. And here is Sagu, the league's leader in points against average coming in, but that average is going to go up a bit tonight. He's given up 9 points in the first half. Foul called here along the near side for a push.
Free kick. Almost already taken in as many shots 3 minutes into the third quarter that he normally does in a whole game. Yep. He faces about 21 shots a game. Best in the league, lowest in the league. Ironman with 15 so far.
It's one way to keep your goalkeeper happy is to keep him bored. Because if he gets too busy, he's not going to be happy. PJ Wakefield. Here's Salas again on the spot. He's just been all over the field tonight. Offensively, defensively, giving up the body.
And the bench there for the Ironmen screaming for a foul. Thought Salas was held.
Aristodemo wide open. 3-point shot bounces off the wall. Nobody there for Baltimore in front.
And that just missed Neto.
So Osni Neto gets fouled by Lookinland, who gave him an elbow shove to the turf.
Baltimore foul for 24, Mike Lookinland. That's his first.
Now Alavanya, center stripe. Gets inside of 2 defenders. And they waited to call advantage on that. Good officiating there.
Yeah, I guess I really didn't see much of a foul there, though, Ken.
Join us Saturday at noon Eastern Time, live here on Fox Soccer Channel for the best in the Barclays Premier League. It's Manchester United against Newcastle, right here on Fox Soccer Channel. Neto, that was a Dotto Neto, just going like a bull in a china shop right through everybody. 11:08 to go, third quarter, and here's New Jersey on the move with the lead. Alavanya pokes it down low. Looking Land was there. Wakefield gets tangled up with Kevin Sloan.
Ironman now number 37, Kevin Sloan in Pittsburgh.
So the Blast will restart things with DJ Wakefield, their captain. Now Sagu coming way up high. He wants someone to show for him. He finds Ryan Pierce, who chests it down to Millwood. Millwood on the left wing. Shot saved by Neola. Kept that one low. Neola seems to do well with those balls that are played, really fast but really low. He seems to be able to stick out that glove and make the save.
Well, especially balls on an angle near the sideboards. There's not a whole lot of room for the offensive player to shoot for. But too much space for the Blast players so far here in the third quarter.
Neola comes out and sends that one off the glass. It's held in by Baltimore. Salenza tried to send that one across. Ryan Johnson was there. Now Kleshkin comes in to help out. Actually, it's Chiquinho in there now. Millwood. Verstadimo backed up on it. Pierce. 10 minutes to play in the third. Still looking for our first goal of the second half.
The Blast just made a change. Ironmen have had some players that have been out there for a while. Blast have some fresh legs in. If they're patient here with possession, can probably open up some dangerous scoring opportunities.
Pierce. Carlos Garcia, Alavanya kept him from turning to the outside. Martinez with the shot, goes off the glass. Now Vasic clears it away. Billy Nelson with the header to win it back for his club.
And some more changes coming on from the Blast, and the Ironmen haven't been able to make a change here. And there's a lot of tired legs out there right now. Cabral's on the field, and Neto's on the field.
And Looking Land's on the field. His left footer comes off the boards. Vasic is there. Look at Scott Butte hustle to win that ball.
Well, he's fresh, and the Ironmen are not.
Exactly. Now he looked to get that ball down low to him, but it was deflected, and New Jersey has it. Now we see that pressure, high pressure put on by Baltimore. A lucky bounce there for Goran Vasic. Looking Land holds it in for Baltimore.
The Ironmen really need to gain possession here, and Baltimore really just wants to pull it out, keep it, because there's 3 players that have been out there for a couple minutes now. They were able to change the 2 forwards in that last little bit, but Vasic, Alavanya, Taguinho have been out there an awful long time.
And yeah, these guys are quite fit. And you'd think, yeah, 2 minutes, how long is that? Try it sometimes. It is not easy to play this game for more than about 90 seconds at a stretch if the clock doesn't stop. Mujin send that one up and over the wall. See Giuliano Salenza.
He looks like he should live in New Jersey.
A nice little place picked out for him in Perth Amboy, maybe.
I was thinking Hoboken should call this.
Could see that. Here's Mauricio Salas. Nice ball through to Sean David. Flicked here to Salas again. He waits for it to drop down. Pierce on him. Rebound comes back to him, and his left foot one touch goes over the wall.
And there you see some of the inexperience of the Ironmen. Salas playing a useful ball off the corner boards into the middle, but nobody really anticipating on the Ironmen, nobody really crashing in. You don't see enough of that coming from them. Good goal scoring opportunities come off those type plays.
Just about midway through the third quarter, and it's nothing like the second quarter was. We're looking for that first goal. Where will it come from? Will it come off the restart here as Baltimore will get the kick in as Donald Gray sends it into the seats? It's going to have to come after this Take a look at this replay here with 7:39 to go. Sagu plays this one. And Millwood with the shot and the save by Tony Miola. It's been a fun game so far, and the fun continues after this brief timeout with New Jersey up 9-8.
Some of the world's fastest machines get their annual workout over the gleaming salt flats of Bonneville, Utah. The pit area is buzzing with activity. The hot rods are ready and raring to go. All eyes are on the E-Studio as it gathers speed. Our camera clocks the Toshiba engine turning 135 pages per minute, an unofficial new record. Another banner year for Toshiba. Who knows, next year they'll be copying on rocket rods or jetmobiles.
FoxSoccer.com is the online home of the Barclays Premier League in the U.S. Watch free highlights all week long of every game, from recaps with all the goals and saves to weekend roundups and golden moments. FoxSoccer.com is where the English game lives online.
There's only one place where you can find all your favorite team's gear. FoxSoccerShop.com. Fox Soccer Shop is the place where you'll find all the official merchandise your team wears. Log on, FoxSoccerShop.com, and dress like a pro.
Fox Soccer Channel brings you the best in soccer from around the world, indoors and outs. Soccer Match Day, Saturday, 9:30 Eastern Time. It's the Barclays Premier League with Arsenal taking on Birmingham. That's at 10 o'clock Eastern. Keep it on Fox Soccer Channel all weekend long. Tony Miola and the New Jersey Ironmen lead at 9-8, but it's a restart for Baltimore. And knocking on the door. And New Jersey does not answer. Tiquinho. Sagu's going to race out of his goal here and play it up. It goes off. Donald Gray and out. Kick in for Baltimore.
See how easy Sagu can make the game for his defenders there. Rather than having a 50-50 ball in the corner with Antoniuk and Looking Land, Sagu just made his life a lot easier.
Well, back when Antoniuk scored 2 minutes into the second, New Jersey was up 4-0. It looked like it was going to be a walk in the park. But Baltimore came back, scored 8 points in the second quarter, and only a late goal by New Jersey before the horn made it 9-8. Sean David goes down, degree of difficulty on that little dive there, about 4.5. Cabral now. Looking Land launches it long. Garcia with a header. Shot and again a save by Miola. Point blank off the foot of Lucio. Lucio has been trying and trying all night long to get one past Miola.
And if he keeps getting chances of that quality, he's going to get one past him before the night's out. Lost David there on the play.
Here is David now. Back out to Gordon Question. Lazo Alavagna. Kevin Sloan finds Question. Goran Vasic. Vasic had some space there. Pokes it around Lucio. Glove save there.
And both goalkeepers have really put on a clinic tonight, haven't they?
They've been terrific to watch. Vasic spinning and finally drawing the foul and setting up a very dangerous chance, probably because he's going to be the guy over the ball.
Well, for sure he'll be on it, and Sloan's out there poaching back post, and Alavagna at the top of the three-point line. Those are probably two options that Vasic will be looking for here.
Body language there as Goran Vasic says, yeah, I want you to crash that post. The league's leader in assist on this free kick, and now he's going to come off it and leave it for Alavagna. Power instead of finesse. He'll play it back out. Question will tap it to Vasic, and they'll have to go back to Miola and start things all over again. So it was...
Well, Question's a left-footed shot there, and it was played to his right side, not really very well set up.
Quick moving third quarter, not many stoppages in play for goals and things, but we will have here a 2-minute penalty call, and New Jersey's going to go on the power play for the first time tonight. Kevin Terry quickly whips that blue card out, and Omido Mazzi is thinking we finally may have caught a break here tonight. Take a look. Painful way to do it.
Definite foul. I'm not sure warranting a blue card, but certainly the Ironmen will take it. Haven't felt the calls have gone their way so far. Sets up an interesting dynamic here. The Ironmen third in the league in power play percentage. The Blast, for all their greatness defensively, not very good on the penalty kill, 7th in the league.
2 minutes for tripping to Lucio at 9:19 of the third. New Jersey's power play.
And Vasic and Antoniuk have been a great combination on the power play. Yep. Antoniuk, 7 power play goals.
Leads the league, but they have given up 3 shorthanded goals. And Baltimore has scored 3 shorthanded goals. Both of these teams are out. It's a 50-50 proposition when somebody's got the man advantage. New Jersey power play, 56%. The Baltimore penalty killers, 53%. 5 minutes to play in the quarter. 1:17 left in the penalty. New Jersey up a point and up a man at this point as Lucio is sent off for tripping. First power play chance of the night for New Jersey. Vasic very dangerous in this situation. An extra man suits him just fine. Salas, oh, he whiffed on it.
Didn't read that play off the boards coming off, the angle coming off the boards to Salas. Had a real good opportunity there.
Yeah, they're just trying to kill some clock. Keep possession if they can, but Eduardo Neto lost it there, and New Jersey will come up once again with 40 seconds left in the power play. Alavagna. Antoniuk has it go off his boot. And Eduardo Neto shorthanded for Baltimore. Couldn't get out of traffic. Alavagna now. 20 seconds left in the power play for New Jersey. Vasic fakes the shot, gets it to his left peg. Looking land with a block. Antoniuk pops it back out. 7 seconds to go in the power play. Alavagna winds up, big shot off the board. He'll get it back, 3 seconds. He'll try again, and again he misses.
And you got to watch Lucio coming out of the box.
There he is, and Meola came way out. The goal is open. Can Lucio find it? No! Unlucky there, as Meola had come all the way out. And Lucio, running out of the box, had an open net, and he missed it. Now it's Mujin. He had an opening for an instant there. Couldn't cash in.
Timing-wise was perfect for the Blast on the penalty kill. The second they got possession, Lucio was out, and he was sprung. There was no chance for the Ironmen to get back on that. Lucky that he missed it, because Meola was beat.
Yep, Baltimore would have had the lead right there. Three minutes to go in a scoreless third quarter. Not the norm in this league, especially after what we saw in the second.
But more like the way both of these teams, and especially their coaches, would like the games to go.
Right, Stokic wraps one off the glass. Cleared up high and into the seats, and who gets it? It's Baltimore.
As always, a thank you to our fans for returning the ball to the playing field.
Here's Sagu now. Motioning for somebody to come up. He wants Michelle Millwood to come a little closer. If he would have, he might have had a chance at that one, but here's Scott Butte. Baltimore on the attack with 2:37 to go in the third. Looking to take the lead.
And the Ironman defense has done a good job in keeping the ball away from Millwood. Really hasn't had a whole lot of chances with the ball at his feet in dangerous spots.
Here come the Ironmen, 2-on-1. And you got to get a better shot off than that, Tiquinho.
He needs a change. He's been out there a while. Good goal scoring opportunity, but not really the fresh legs underneath him that he needed.
2:08 to play, third quarter. Butte. It's a fortunate bounce, and then a touch to get around Gray. Salenza sees that one go the other way. Here's Neto on Billy Nelson. Butte comes in to help out. Neto, one against the world. Backheel to Question. His shot is blocked by Butte.
Great job by Butte getting down there. Question had a big part of that far post there open.
Under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Alavagna to Mujin. Back heel looking for Alavagna again, and again Butte is there.
And you can see why Baltimore has taken in the fewest shots in the league and have the lowest points against. Just defensively as a group, extremely solid.
They get unlucky there as Butte's clearance from behind his own yellow line goes into the seats. So the restart will come from the top of the arc. About 35 feet away.
And this has to be a one-touch quickly to Alavagna. Vasic to Alavagna. right-footed shot.
1:32 left, but they're going to talk about what they're going to do.
And the Ironmen.
Vasich calls timeout, so they can do whatever they want here, and Omid Namazi can really manage things and put things exactly the way he wants them. What do you do in this situation, Coach?
Well, I would do that. I would get Alavanya out there, Antoniuk out there, Vasich certainly on top of the ball. I would get probably Salas to Vasic's right. He's a left-footed shot. Alavanya to Vasic's left. He's a right-footed shot. Angle-wise, that's the best position to be in. And Antoniuk and Mujin or Sloan down low on the post. Just 5 options all over the field. So the Blast, with 2 men in the wall in this position, at least, and probably 3, will not be able to go man-to-man the rest of the way. So it should be a real good goal-scoring opportunity here for the Ironmen.
Danny Kelly, as we told you, a longtime player in Baltimore and a fan favorite there, took over as head coach late in the season a couple years ago, led him to a championship, got the job full-time, and last year was disappointed to see his team collapse late and miss the playoffs. But defensively, been solid here in this third quarter, and they'll have to be here, as with 92 seconds left in the quarter, New Jersey with a dangerous restart.
And the Blast are going with a 3-man wall, so you definitely have options here for a quick one-touch and a shot. Alavanya to Vasic's left, Salas to Vasic's right.
Namazi goes big, all of his big guys in there on the front line with Vasic. Mujin sends it down low. Antoniuk is there to put it home!
And a great play. Blast obviously know that Alavanya and Salas want to take that shot. Had guys covering those options. Vasic went down low to Mujin for a great one-touch off the corner boards, and there's what Antoniuk does.
That's a physical mismatch down low, too. Antoniuk on Robbie Aristodimo. Aristodimo's a terrific player, but Antoniuk is a Hulk.
He is, and not just for Aristodimo. He's a beast for any player, and you see what makes him such a great goal scorer. One touch in the right spot at the right time. Well-designed play. Baltimore took out the first 2 options. Ironmen went down low to Mujin. Great one-touch off the corner boards. And Antoniuk is there for what he's done all year.
And Kevin Terry has just called an intentional handball and brought out the blue card. And they're going to send Baltimore's, it looks like Ray Martinez is going to be sent off, and New Jersey, to add insult to injury to Danny Kelly and folks, they just give up the goal, and now the handball call.
Baltimore penalty on number 7, Ray Martinez.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if the Ironmen really bunker down after the goal. They are susceptible, as you mentioned, to shorthanded goals. Baltimore, rather, is pretty good with shorthanded situations. And the Ironmen have let up 3 goals themselves on a power play situation. So after a goal here, it's really important that they not give up possession.
New Jersey leads it by 3. 1 minute to play, and Salas almost got his 3rd of the night.
And Sagu's hurt.
Sagu's hurt, he is. I don't know if he got kicked down there or what. He's holding that left arm out. Salas was right there on him. As for Daniel Antoniuk, his 2nd goal of the night gives him 19 and the league lead, along with Dino Delevsky of Monterrey. And
Sagu does not look good here. Great setup by Antoniuk. And he got stepped on.
Got stepped on, yes. That's going to hurt
his left hand there.
And Dave Kern is up and stretching quickly off the Baltimore bench. There you see Dave Kern, who filled in admirably when Sagu was hurt earlier in the season, won his debut. He's a big guy. You know, it's tough to come in off the bench cold in a situation like this. You're a former keeper, Sal, you tell me.
Not something you'd be comfortable with on a power play against you. Team Ironmen just scored a goal. I'm sure he's hoping that they could tape up those fingers of Sagu and keep him in there. Salas really should have finished that opportunity there. Great setup by Antoniuk. Back post wide open, not on his comfortable foot. It went to his right side, but should have been just a simple poke in for him.
Well, this gives Omid Namazi a chance to talk things over at least. Under a minute to go, and unlike a field player, if a field player gets tended to by the athletic trainer and they have to stop play, he's got to leave the game, but a goalkeeper does not have to leave the game. So the Baltimore training staff can take their time and work on Sagu, and they'll take as much time as they need, and it looks like he's going to stay in the game. Take a look again, as Salas just unfortunately steps right on that left hand. even with a glove on. Doesn't feel good. So Dave Kern is ready, but...
And I'm sure he wants to play as much as he can, but this is not a situation that he'd like to have his playing time come about.
Now that's your life as a backup keeper. You know, you're only one injury away. Detroit came back on Chicago, so the Ignition now tied Milwaukee for the top spot in the league standings as they win at home at CompuWare Arena, and Chicago falls a full game off the pace. Here it's Salas curling a left footer, and
why not test him?
Yeah, exactly. Sagu, though, reacted as if it didn't hurt him at all. Karate Man leads on the inside.
And that score by Detroit does not make the rest of the league happy. If they're taking in 4 points with their offense, they are going to be tough the rest of the way.
Yeah, they're stacked. Here is PJ Wakefield. Touch was too strong in front of him. Under 30 seconds to go. New Jersey leads at 11-8. Salas is there. Ball bouncing in front. Sagu tries to pounce on it. It eludes him. And Aristodemo clears it the length of the field. So Tony Meola will start one more rush. New Jersey looking for the second goal of the quarter. They won't get it before the horn sounds. The only goal of the third goes to the home team. So with only 15 minutes still left to play here on the Major Indoor Soccer League Game of the Week on Fox Soccer Channel, Sal and I'll be back with the fourth quarter after this timeout. The Ironmen lead the Blast 11-8, but who's going to be on top when it's all over? We'll all find out together next. Stay with us. The fourth quarter of the MISL Game of the Week here on Fox Soccer Channel comes your way right after this timeout from New Jersey.
Did you know that smiling has been proven to reduce stress? It can also boost your immune system and lower your blood pressure. If that's not enough, smiling releases endorphins, which make you feel better. Well, at Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield, we give you even more reasons to smile. More choices, more experience, and more doctors. So smile. It's good for you. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. More to feel good about.
Rooney, Kevin!
Football, it's the beautiful game.
Especially when you're winning.
Football, it's 11 versus 11.
Except when the refs get involved.
Football, it's a game of two halves.
With orange slices and cups of tea in the middle.
Football, it's about 90 minutes.
Mesmerizing!
Football, I live it, I breathe it, I love it. Fox Football Phone-In.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss it.
An award-winning news show, 7 nights a week, all year long. And it's right here on America's premier soccer destination.
Fox Soccer Channel, baby!
Fox Soccer Report. Our team of hosts comes together each night to give you a daily dose of all the top soccer headlines and breaking stories from around the world. Featuring weekly hot topics and goals of the week. Plus, expert analyst Bobby McMahon adds his take on the weekend's biggest matchups.
This is the game.
Fox Soccer Report. Nightly, only on FSC.
TV ratings are made for everyone. Using your television's parental controls along with the TV ratings found on each program gives you the power to choose which shows are suitable for your family. For more, visit this website or call the number on your screen.
An exciting 3 quarters in the books, 1 quarter left. Jersey leads at 11-8. Ken Tomash and Sal Rosamilia with you from the Prudential Center in Newark. Mauricio Salas has a pair of goals tonight, and his team, Sal, is 7-1 but when they go into the fourth quarter. But the fourth quarter has been a disastrous quarter for them all season long.
It has. They're minus 22 points in the fourth quarter, and it's been a good quarter for the Blast. They're plus 17 total in the fourth quarter. So the Ironmen have struggled closing out games at home. It's something they've been talking about and working on, and it's going to be fun fourth quarter to see what happens here.
Yeah, the numbers would tell us that if Baltimore's got a chance to come back, it's going to happen here in the fourth, only down by 3. One long shot could tie it up instantly. And here is New Jersey on the attack, though. 7 seconds left in the power play that began in the third quarter. It did carry over here.
And they got to watch Martinez coming out of the box here, timing-wise again. He's free.
Martinez is free, and he receives this pass. And he wanted to hit a wide-open Aristodemo on the far side, but he got fouled before he could do that.
And the problems for the Ironmen in the fourth quarter have really just been possession. They've lost possession of the ball in the fourth quarter. Other teams have been able to wear them down. And I'm sure Coach Namazi talked about that.
Martinez is there, just out of the penalty box, and he's back in the good graces of his team as he scores to make it 11-10.
And you see the frustration on Miola, and I'm sure on everybody on the Ironmen. It's not one particular person's fault, but just collectively as a group, they start failing in defensive responsibilities and defensive markings. It seemed like a harmless ball played from midfield off the corner boards, and Martinez just quicker than Alavanya to the ball, and really too easy.
26-year-old from Cuba. You may remember him as a young man who defected during a visit to the U.S. by the Cuban national team.
And the Ironmen have to be thinking, here we go again.
Well, that's what you don't want them to be thinking. I know that's what Amin Namazi does not want to hear. And he didn't want to see that either, with Vasic putting it out of play and giving Baltimore another restart. Dennison Cabral, a key guy tonight. Keep an eye on number 5. It's funny, he looked taller earlier when we saw him.
I was kneeling.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. 5'4". He's been a big man tonight with a goal and his general good play at both ends of the floor. Number 5 and Whitey has the ball for Baltimore. Blast attack left to right here in the fourth quarter, down a point. The MISL Game of the Week, Fox Soccer Channel. Ken Tomash and Sal Rosamilia with you from the Prudential Center in downtown Newark, New Jersey. It's a $375 million building that's also the home of the New Jersey Devils of the National Hockey League, who coincidentally also own this Ironmen team. Seton Hall basketball is played here as well. Right now it's a crowd enjoying MISL indoor soccer, which has made its return here to the metropolitan area for the first time in many a moon. Looking Land sends it long. Carlos Garcia is there. Gray on him. Neto comes in to help out for New Jersey. Deft touch to get it up to Sean David. Had to stop and wait, and there was nobody at the end of that pass except PJ Wakefield of the Baltimore Blast. Fakes the shot. Salenza sends it down low in front. Nobody there in white.
And you can see the Ironmen 2.5 minutes in have really not gained possession of the ball other than the first 30 seconds when they were on the power play. And this is what fails them every fourth quarter. They win possession in a matter of 2 touches. It's gone and it's on to the Blast.
And yet they lead by a point. Millwood shook his defender there, and Gray ran right into the wall, and then so did Millwood. And since you can't send the wall off for 2 minutes, we play on.
And good job by Gray there, because Millwood had position and he was free.
Stokic tried to spin outside that one. Their legs get tangled up, and Stokic is going to be called for the foul. I said you can't send the wall off, but they have sent the glass off. If you notice, up until a few years ago, every team in the league had glass all the way around. But a few years ago, Kansas City experimented with taking some of the glass out to get the fans closer to the action. Now everybody does it. And nobody gets hurt, luckily, and everybody seems to really enjoy it. Sagu bounces this one through the midfield. Alavanya goes off Butte. Here's Goran Vasic now. Outside the 3-point line. Sends it off the glass in front, headed away. Will be held in by Lazo Alavanya.
You see how good Baltimore is defensively, dealing with those balls off the boards, anticipating the angles, and being there to clear it. Dangerous opportunity there by Vasic, but the Blast just better at winning the ball.
Question puts a shoulder into Ray Martinez and wins that ball, keeps it in Jersey's possession. Antonia. Question back to Alavanya. Now pressure put on by Eduardo Neto. He's played the full game, only a second game back from a broken foot. Ryan Johnson, the Jamaican. Namiola. And I know he's your buddy, Sal, but I wouldn't call him early tomorrow morning. I'd let him sleep in because he's been real busy tonight.
He has, and this has really been the norm for him. throughout the year, just facing far too many shots, not only for his liking, but Coach Namazi's liking.
Ryan Pierce unlucky there, had that one bounce off him and off the shelf and out of play. Pierce was on a 5-game contract earlier in the season, but now he's here to stay. They liked his play so much. Johnson tries the wall pass back to himself. Collision at the edge of the area there. Sagu, Johnson, and Aristodemo, and Sagu comes up with the loose ball.
Good idea by Johnson, just missed pulling it off. With as good as Baltimore is defensively, as a unit, man-to-man, you really have to use the boards to try to break them down.
10 minutes to play in regulation. Knocked long, Carlos Garcia will have it bounce a little too high for him. Lazo Alavanya pays him no mind and springs Sean David. David had Alavanya on the far side, or Mujin rather, who was running that way, but he could not make the cross-field pass to him. So Alavanya has it back here.
And Alavanya has just been tremendous for the Ironmen, not only tonight, but throughout the season. Speaking with Coach Namazi earlier this week, he identified Alavanya and Vasic probably as the two biggest surprises. We knew they were great players, but really the way they've stepped up their game this year.
And Namazi really made the sales pitch in Alavanya because he was done with indoor. He was playing outdoors in Charleston, and last summer Omid got on the phone and was trying to recruit him and working him with the sales pitch. Paid off, and they've got a terrific player who's been really a key to their 8-5 start. Here's Kevin Sloan now. Out to question. 109 minutes to go in the game.
If Coach Namazi calls and wants you to play indoor, you should run.
Exactly.
Because you know you're going to go to a team that's going to be competitive, it's going to be a playoff team.
Stokic with a rip. Saved by Sagu. I think he was able to get several guys. I mean, there are some newbies on this team, but to go and get guys, Antoniuk had sat out in an indoor season as well. He got him here. Billy Nelson just misses in transition.
Great job by Millwood sending Nelson in. And the Ironmen have to make sure that Millwood doesn't get those opportunities anymore. Donnie Gray on him now, trying to front him, prevent him from getting the ball.
You know what's weird? If you look at Millwood, he doesn't look like a prototypical indoor player. He looks too gangly, but he almost set up Aristodemo for a goal there. He's got, he can score goals, but he can distribute as well. He's one of their leaders in assists. And Cabral gets to the second level with that shot.
I think that's right now what's made him their best player offensively this year is Millwood, is his ability to lay off balls. With his back to the goal, seeing the whole field. I believe he's got 9 assists so far this year. And, he's definitely a dual threat. He can score goals, but what he's done passing him off this year has really just made him a super player in the league.
Here's Antoniuk now after the long distribution by Miola.
And this is what the Ironmen are looking for, this type of possession. They've got the 1-point lead. No reason to force anything right now. Keep possession, let Baltimore chase, tire out, and openings will come.
And one almost came there as Ryan Johnson was there, but Michelle Millwood doing good work at the other end of the floor. Didn't give him the easy shot. Butte kept working on that one as well and wouldn't let Antoniuk get it, but New Jersey has it back. Alavanya looked like he was going to take a shot. Finds Johnson in the area. Johnson peeks, shot blocked by Butte. Salas with the rebound shot off the wall.
Well, they limit shots, and there's why. They block many of them before they ever get to Sagu.
Taguino.
And Coach Namazi must be getting through this team because they're not forcing play. If Baltimore's not going to come and pressure this ball, they'll be content to just knock it about square in the center third of the field.
Alavanya now. New Jersey backs it up, playing very deliberately. With that 1-point lead, obviously a 1-point lead in indoor soccer means very little. But the way they've really clamped down defensively here in this second half, just giving up the 1 goal, get the feeling that they're got renewed vigor and confidence now. Sean David, Baltimore yellow line. Question left puts it down, looking for Mujin. Wakefield comes in on him, and Mujin just gonna hold it there as long as he can. Finds Alavanya, plays it down low. Neto's there, 4 white shirts around him, and finally he sets up Mujin, and he shoots one up into the seats.
Great chance by Neto, real dangerous position, getting boxed in down low, back to the goal. Good opportunity. Mujin just roofed it.
Like what you've seen so far, there's more to come here in the Major Indoor Soccer League Game of the Week, exclusively on Fox Soccer Channel. Sal and I'll be back right after this timeout. 6:16 left in the fourth quarter. It's the New Jersey Ironmen leading the Baltimore Blast 11-10. Stick around, more to come.
Duck pins. Thanks for trying, Dad.
I tried line dancing. I could have been doing a straight line.
My singing is so bad they won't let me sing in church.
I can't ski. When I get to the bottom of the slope, I look like a big snowball.
I can't do a somersault. I always go sideways.
I can't water ski. I end up getting dragged behind the boat.
I can't juggle, no way.
Local Jiffy Lube owners aren't great at everything, but they're experts at changing your oil. No wonder over 1 million Marylanders a year trust us to change their oil. Let us change yours, too.
Fox Soccer Channel Primetime. Presented by Jose Cuervo Traditional, 100% de agave. Fox Soccer Channel Primetime.
FoxSoccer.com is the online home of the Barclays Premier League in the U.S. Watch free highlights all week long of every game, from recaps with all the goals and saves to weekend roundups and golden moments. FoxSoccer.com is where the English game lives online.
Back in New Jersey, the Ironmen lead the Blast 11-10 with 6:16 to go in the fourth quarter on the MISL Game of the Week. And coming up on Fox Soccer Channel, more Barclays Premier League action for you. Bolton against Blackburn. That's Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, followed by Super Sunday. It's always Super Sunday on Fox Soccer Channel as we bring you the best in indoor and outdoor soccer from around the globe.
At Bolton, Blackburn.
Speaking of around the globe,
a lot of Americans playing on those two teams.
Here's Adado Neto, has that one go off his head.
Ironmen have done a pretty good job with Neto tonight.
Neto calling for the ball now. And he got fouled by Donald Gray at the yellow line.
As I say that, draws a foul and a very dangerous chance here for the Blast.
Ryan Pierce lost his left shoe. And he's trying to put it. Here's Aristodemo. He runs off the ball, gets it from Salenza. Gray. Here's Salas. Sean David was chasing that one, rather. Baltimore down a point. And here is Mike Looking Land. He was looking long for Salenza, but Ryan Johnson was there. Salas has it. Stripped to the ball. Lucio. He went through Salas, but couldn't get through Gray. .5:13 to go in the game. This is edge of your seat stuff here. As New Jersey's lead can evaporate with one bounce of the ball. Great header by Garcia. And unfortunately for Baltimore, Martinez kind of overran that ball, or else he would have been set up very nicely.
Not a great first touch by Martinez. If it was, he was in clear.
Stokic takes an elbow in the back of the head from Lucio and then gets shoved to the turf, and that was sufficient for Ron Corey to whistle the push. New Jersey with exactly what they want, possession. Here it is coming right at you. First the elbow, then the hip, then the takedown.
And Stokic draws a lot of fouls for the Ironmen.
Yeah, 3-1 on that one. Antoniak had that one bounce off his arm. He's just holding his defender, PJ Wakefield, at arm's length. Lavagna bounces it down there. Antoniak, the league's leader in goals with 19. Tied with Dino Dalevsky of La Raza de Monterrey. Never thought I'd say that phrase. Dino Dalevsky playing in Monterrey just seems strange, but he's enjoying it. Talked to him before the season, and he says, he came down there with the idea to have fun, play hard. He's been doing both, and even though Monterrey doesn't have a whole lot of wins to show for it, I think once they get it figured out, they're going to be really good. Meanwhile, the expansion team here in red has that 1-point lead as they look for their 9th win in 14 games. Federico Mugin plays it back to Gray. Now we see possession by the Ironmen. Exactly what they want. They're just killing clock here. Pretty soon it's going to be Baltimore who's going to have to step up the pressure or do something. Now let me ask you this, with a 1-point disadvantage, do you go to 6th attacker or not at some point in this?
Dangerous there for Sagu. I think absolutely anything inside probably a minute 30. You'll see Coach Kelly probably go with the 6th attacker.
Here's Lucio with a shot. Miola stops it but can't hold on.
And the Ironmen have struggled in that situation throughout the year against the 6th attacker. So
right now, Baltimore has the ball. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. Any goal by them will give them the lead. There's Millwood looking for it. And Millwood just gets fouled there.
Gray did a good job anticipating the ball, winning it, but I don't think they'd want him to try to dribble out of that situation. There, it might not have been a bad idea to just lump it down the field and recover again, because he gave away possession. He was double teamed. Millwood got free, and he had nothing else to do but to pull him down and give the Blast a dangerous opportunity here with a restart.
And so Danny Kelly called the timeout there because he realizes this is a crucial period here of the game, down 11-10 with 2:44 to go in the game and a restart. Join us for Fox Football Phone-In Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern. Speak your piece. Ring up the lads and tell them what you think. It's all coming up on Fox Soccer Channel Tuesday, 8 o'clock Eastern, Fox Football Phone-In. Danny Kelly and the Blast definitely not phoning it in tonight. They are right in the mix here, down a point, 2:44 to go, while Omid Nomazi's New Jersey Ironmen have to try to hang on here. They want to remain within a game of first place in the league standings.
Well, the timeout served two purposes there for Kelly. Resting his players that had been on the field for a good period of time, and in this dangerous restart position, getting the exact personnel that he wanted there to draw up a play to be quite dangerous here in this spot.
He's got Cabral out there, Giuliano Salenza, and Adalto Neto, and Michelle Millwood. So he's got 4 guys up front, all of whom can score in a heartbeat. And he has brought the 6th attacker shirt out for Robbie Aristodemo. So they're going to leave the goal unprotected at the other end of the field. And you get the feeling that with 2:44 to go, he might not have gone to this little strategy if they didn't have this restart this far down in New Jersey territory. I would not expect Aristodemo to stay on for Sagu for the last 2:44 of this game.
Yeah,
I expect to see him back on and off.
Good point, but now they've got 6 viable options right now for this restart here.
Sagu watches as PJ Wakefield will trigger the restart from right on that 3-point line. Down in front, a rough touch, and Miola leaps over Michelle Millwood's head to get that one, and he throws it the length of the floor. And Aristodemo, who is the goalie at the moment, he can use his hands in that penalty arc, just as Sagu would, but he has the advantage of being able to go forward and give them the extra attacking player. Baltimore looking to take the lead with the extra attacker on, and 2:22 to go in the game, down a point.
And Kelly might have been thinking too, the Ironmen have done a good job in the previous 3 or 4 minutes of holding possession. They might not have had an opportunity to go to a 6th attacker.
That's right. Neto in front. Millwood is there, and Miola pounces on it. Aristodemo has to hustle back.
Millwood's just missed all night long.
Miola spots Vasic, and Vasic smartly backs the ball back out instead of taking it on to goal. He could have gone in on a guy who's not used to playing goalkeeper, but instead he tried to kill some more clock. Under 2 minutes now. Maybe we will see Aristodemo for quite a while here as a 6th attacker.
Well, now they probably have to go with it. This is the spot where we thought maybe they would make the move. So,
well, even if you do give up a goal, you know, if it's a 2-point goal, you're still within 3, and you could still tie it with a 3-point goal. That's part of the thinking behind multi-point scoring. A minute and a half to go. Wakefield sends it. It went off. Millwood in front. Salenza is there, and he gets the score, and the Blast are up 12-11.
And another one of those opportunities that the Ironmen have struggled with. Ball coming off the boards. Great indoor goal by the Blast. Extra man, not everybody can be covered. And Salenza's waiting.
Miola got his fingertips on it, but nobody marked Giuliano Salenza on the back post.
Again, they are a man up, the Blast, so somebody's going to be open, but you're right, Salenza and the back post is not the person that should be. And just a great finish by, you know, one of the better players that this league has had for many years.
Back and forth this game has been. Now Baltimore's up 12-11, and now Omid Namazi's coaching strategy completely changes from what it was 30 seconds ago.
He's got to go sixth attacker now, and that'll be Goran Vasic, most likely to wear the sixth attacker jersey. And that was, you know, the one possession game was interesting there because it wasn't a 2-point lead with the Ironmen. The one goal has now all of a sudden gone from an Ironman victory to a Blast victory.
All right, stay with us. Here, the last 82 seconds of this game, folks. This lead could still go back and forth 2 or 3 more times if this game holds to form. But you mentioned that the Ironmen have struggled with the sixth attacker on. Normally, you like to obviously score goals and not give up a lot, but they have only scored 1 sixth attacker goal all season long, and they've given up 4. Leaving that net empty at the other end is the big gamble that you take with the extra attacker on. But Goran Vasic is on in the bright green and black shirt. And
well, there's no option here.
Yeah.
You have to go sixth attacker. Segu's back in for the Blast. Great job by them with the sixth attacker. Now we'll see what the Ironmen can do.
This is much like a power play, and New Jersey has been less than stellar on the power play tonight. 1:06 left. And as it's only a 1-point lead, a goal may not send us to overtime. Mugin in front, sets up Sloan, and he scores! Told you to stick around.
What a goal by Sloan. Great setup by Mugin. And the Blast, I thought, were doing a good job of applying pressure on the ball, but there they didn't get pressure quick enough to Mugin. Picks out Sloan. A great one-time finish by one of the best point scorers this league has had. One of, I believe, 14 men to have 1,000 points in their career. And man, this is exciting. Again, a 1-point situation. Segu's now got to come out for the sixth attacker again. Miola back in for the Ironmen. And there's 54 seconds left, Ken. Like you said, there's one. You said it could go back and forth a couple of times. We'll see if you're right.
Kevin Sloan's 3rd goal of the year. He was injured in the early part of the season, but he put the hurt there on Baltimore. And with 44 seconds left, New Jersey leads it 13-12. And Robbie Aristodemo was forced to come over and clear that ball into the seats. He had no other choice.
Yeah, if he didn't, David was probably going to be by him for the icing on the cake there, and that's fine with the Ironmen. 35 seconds to go, and now it's their possession. And I'm sure they'd like to keep it for the final 35 here.
2 sixth attacker goals in the latter stages of this game. And Baltimore trying to get possession so they can maybe get a third and grab the lead. 30 seconds to go in the game. Here they come. Well, we looked to play that one off the board, but Kleshchin had the answer. Millwood heads it to Wakefield. They're wasting time. Not intentionally, of course. Stokic stripped of the ball by Cabral. What a play. Cabral now flicks it the length of the floor, but Kleshchin is there. Stokic with a great move 8 seconds ago. New Jersey may be able to kill it off. 4 seconds to go. Ball up, off the glass. David heads it just wide of the post as the horn ends a great game on the MISL Game of the Week. The final, the New Jersey Ironmen beat the Baltimore Blast by the score of 13-12.
What a game for the Ironmen. What a game for the fans. Exactly the kind of game that they'll need confidence-wise. This is the first time they've beaten, quote-unquote, what you'd call an indoor team. They've struggled with Milwaukee, 0-2 so far in the year. 0-1 leading into tonight with Baltimore, 0-1 to Philly. So this is a game that they were pointing towards to kind of see how they stack up. Baltimore is definitely probably going to be there at the end of the season, certainly in the playoffs, you would think. And this is definitely a big confidence boost to go behind in the final minute and then come back on the sixth attacker that they've struggled with so far this year. I think finally we might get to see Coach Namazi smile a bit.
Well, especially when a week ago you lose 15-2 to this same team. You obviously Didn't get much offensively there. You even lost the momentum at one stage here tonight, but then grabbed it back, and things changed in the final minute of play. They had to reboot, so to speak, get that sixth attacker on, and they got the goal. It's got to be a big confidence boost for the guys in red.
Well, and it's something that they haven't had, frankly. When things have gone bad for them, they haven't been able to pick themselves up, and it's taken a veteran, really, of many years in indoor soccer to allow them to come through. Kevin Sloan, a great finish, and picking them up and carrying them to victory.
Well, the man of the hour is with us now, Kevin Sloan. Congratulations, great goal. But how did Coach Namazi draw things up for you guys when you had to go sixth attacker there in the final play?
I mean, all we tried to do was we had two guys. They'd like to go one guy up top. We went with two guys. We came myself wide and Mauricio Salas on the other side, and we just tried to get it from side to side and see if we couldn't just try and get it in the corners. We weren't able to get it there. Ball went down low, kicked back to Mauricio, and he, if you keep the defense moving, it seems open. And fortunately, Mauricio kind of found the seam for me, and fortunately enough, I was able to put the biscuit in the basket.
Kevin, this has to make you happy, not only as a player, but as part of the coaching staff. It seemed like the Ironmen really did a good job in the fourth quarter, which is where they've struggled recently at home. Holding a lead, even though you did drop it in the final minute, but you did do a good job, much better with possession. Got to make you happy.
Yeah, I mean, tonight's game was a game of us just being able to, sustain, not letting them have too much momentum. If they scored, us try and come back, and we did have a good third and fourth quarter. The game did go back and forth. We stayed in it. We got a young team. I mean, and the guys came out, and we slid. We did what we needed to in order to get the result. And so, part of the coaching staff, I'm really proud of the guys.
All right, Kevin Sloan, thank you. Congratulations on a big win tonight and a big goal for yourself. We appreciate you taking the time to be with us.
Great, thanks a lot. Take care.
All right, this has got to do wonders for this New Jersey team. Kevin Sloan, one of the veterans, obviously, of the league, but this is a fresh start and a new situation for him, and he's coaching a bunch of guys. Many of them have never played indoor game. I think they've caught on.
Well, that's the hope. Certainly the talent, the athleticism is there. There's a lot of great soccer players on the team that just need to learn the indoor game. Approaching the midway mark for the Ironmen, now at 9-5. I think that has exceeded what they thought the record would be. But more importantly, I think the way they won and the team they beat today in the Baltimore Blast, a great indoor team, a team that's going to be there at the end of the season, I think that makes them more happy than anything.
48 shots, evenly split between these two teams. This was a razor-thin margin, and not only a margin of victory, but the stats bear that out, as this could have gone either way, absolutely.
Well, it did. It went back and forth in the final minute. Could have gone either way, but for the people in attendance tonight, happy crowd leaving here.
And the folks watching at home obviously enjoyed it as well. Now Baltimore's up and down season continues. They drop a little bit to 6-7, and now what do they need to do? They need a slump buster, as it were, to kind of get back on the winning track.
Well, there was too many points given up from Baltimore, too many shots. We talked about it throughout the game. Segu was probably busier tonight than he has been all season. Right. And if they're going to go far in the playoffs, they're going to need to get back to what they do well, which is limit opportunities for the other team. Too many tonight for the Ironmen. But I expect them, with Neto back, getting healthier, I expect them to be there at the end of the season.
Well, if you dug this game, and how could you not, join us next week in Chicago as the Storm take on the Philadelphia Kicks. That should be a fun one. We'll have it for you. That's 8 o'clock Eastern time, 1 week from tonight, as the MISL Game of the Week brings us to Chicago. It brought us to New Jersey tonight. It brought us thrills, it brought us spills, and it brought us lots of goals. The final one gave New Jersey the victory. We hope you enjoyed the MISL Game of the Week here on Fox Soccer Channel. Be sure to join us next week. The final score again tonight, New Jersey 13, Baltimore 12. It was a barn burner for Sal Rosamilia and our entire crew. This is Ken Tomash. Thanks for watching. This has been a production of the Major Indoor Soccer League. Good night from New Jersey.